and it's your homie Lil Mystery. You are now listening to the Emo Brown Podcast, the downest fool in Chula Vista since AC Slater, homie.
You're listening to MAGrito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at MAGrito. Find all the MAGrito Podcast Network shows over at MAGrito.net.
Ladies and gentlemen and lowlife.
Your voice! Happy Halloween!
I'm not going to do this. But just in case you were curious.
Gave it a good try.
I am an internet net banger. I am what you call an internet troll.
An internet troll.
I'm going to have to slide into the DMs, bro.
You look like you're upset the whole time.
I'm going to take this shit out.
No way.
That shit must got out.
That's a tough one.
God, that was hot in there.
Oh my God, you dressed up as yourself.
Nice.
Brought to you by Grasshopper. We can't not, go over the sponsors just because that I was unable to breathe. I was asphyxiated in the non-sexual way. Brought to you by Grasshopper for all your medicinal, recreational cannabis needs, ghbuds.com. Make that card clack and get 15% back. This bad boy right here, the Emo Brown pre-roll, available for you for all your getting altered snacks. Have you had one yet?
No, but thankfully, thanks to you guys, I know exactly how that high feels.
Secondary highs are a motherfucker. It's
Secondary
real.
highs are real, guys.
And another one.
Especially with these Emo Brown strains. So,
No pasa nada.
I got some beef.
Okay, well, let's finish.
This
Hold
has to
on.
do with the grasshopper.
Okay,
though.
go ahead, by all means.
I went with our man Steve here, and I tried to clack my card. He told me not to clack it.
Who told you not to clack it? Why? What happened?
I was going to clack it so hard. I was
It
going
was
to shout
on
at
a
the counter.
glass window, bro. Come on,
He
guys.
tried to grab
That's
my hand. He said,
amazing.
not
Yeah,
in
you
here.
don't do. I'm trying to find a good little mix for us to listen to. No, nothing there.
Just want you guys to know in the streets, I make it clack.
you make it clack.
It's gonna say. We also want to give a major shout out to Alberto Aguirre. Alberto Aguirre, one of our real estate sponsors, the only real estate
The guy with
sponsor.
the big teeth?
The guy with the big gums and the little teeth. He came through, dropped off a TV. We're going to be replacing it soon. It's all happening,
All
guys.
right,
For
Alberto
all
Aguirre.
your first-time home buyer needs, for all of your refinancing needs, for all of your selling needs, Alberto Aguirre. He's going to be popping in. We're going to do a little something for him in the future, a little post, a little something. It's a good time coming, man. It's a good time
awesome.
coming. For all of you out there who have an opportunity, free time, to go on Spotify, to go on Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
drop us a review. Subscribe, rate, and review us. The chef needs it. Chef lives
I
and
need the
dies
ratings.
by that.
I need the feedback.
She lives and dies by those things, man.
And damn it, she deserves it.
Hey, it feels weird not having music. Do fuck it? Just go like this?
Yeah.
No music?
Yeah.
All right, fun, dog. All right. Well, before we go any further, let's thank all the people that need thanking.
Yes.
All of them. There's a long list.
No. I know we have some new people,
All
right?
right, I'll go with the new people.
Okay.
The social club consists of over 200 members now, and it's growing every day exponentially. And in addition to that, we've been running out of all of our stuff. So if you haven't gotten a card, if you haven't gotten your shirt, that should all end this week. We have a new card. It's a different one.
Yeah, and why am I not getting one
It's
of those?
probably better.
I should have I should have at least that perk.
You got that one.
Okay.
You get the perk of being next to BJ here every fucking Monday morning.
BJ gave me a ride today.
Yo, what the fuck are you? I mean, I know what you are. Go ahead.
I was looking it up. I can't pronounce the name of the horse. The horse has a name, but
What?
it's the horse.
That's weird. I always knew it as the horse with no name.
Yeah, watch. This is the full costume. Watch.
And then
What?
Godfather, man. I love it. I love it.
Oh!
Are you for real? You didn't know?
I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I was like, why are we? What am I looking at right now?
I think it's good.
What are you? What are you?
I am me. I'm
Yeah?
Claudia.
Nice.
This is the best I could do, you guys. I have literally only slept about 2.5 hours. I just came from Mexico City. Thanks to BJ, I am here because he picked me up.
How is he as an Uber driver? He gets down or what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Very good driver, too.
You had your son with
I
you,
had
bro?
Pete with us. I wasn't doing anything crazy.
Oh my God. I mean, I think that was like for extra points. By the way, I'm going to totally give you some gas money. But yeah, it was super sweet. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'm surprised I'm even awake.
What are you, though? What is it supposed to be? You just look like my tia or my abuelita.
That's
or
exactly who I am. Your ancestors, cabrón.
Boom. Me? I don't know what I am. I'm just wearing I'm the guy on the wall today.
He's that guy.
I'm the guy on the wall today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the top-rated podcast members. So, Social Club members, good shit coming. We have the cards coming in.
Yes.
We have shirts coming in. Once you're a member, you get a mug via Patreon. After 3 months, I believe.
It's a nice mug.
You should be getting a new hoodie. There's a
Yes.
new hoodie that's been entered into the system. So after that, after a few more months, you unlock certain levels. Things are happening.
Not to mention that we have some really cool events coming up.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Sergio Almada, bienvenido al grupo Emo Brown, El Social Club. Andre Mejia, ¿qué onda, dog? Chris Martinez, Mike L. Rootsman. Hey, these are all UPS people.
See, I was wondering if there's going to be a connection.
Chris Martinez, those are the two for sure. Ramon Saldivar, bienvenido, Saldivar. Ruben Quinones, well done, Ruben. Well done. Matty Diesel, Eddie Zuko, where is Rossi Rock? I feel like we need a Rossi Rock. No, not
Maybe
happening.
he's Drew P.
Maybe he's Drew P. All right. Erlen Holland, Brenda Aguirre, Carlos Jimenez, David Lara, Greg Raymond, Paulina. Hey, Paulina's not here today. Kenya Nieves, you killed it for Halloween weekend, young lady. Antonio Sanchez, Ryan Stevens, Jess, Carlos Solorio, Jerry Goldman, Gabby Ledesma, Rodrigo Arancibia, Maddie Ice, El Brito, a.k.a. Flaco, Carly, Carla, Claudia. Damn, that's a lot of C's in a row.
Yeah.
Carla, Claudia, and Carly, and West Said, David Shapiro, not the lawyer, Victor. What are you doing over there? All I see is your horse crack, bro. All I see is the horse crack over there. Reggie Garcia, Ivan Espinoza, Jaime Cepeda, Jessica Cepeda, Jason McClure, Camille Harrington, Robert Gomez, Alexandria Camacho, David. Oh, you know what? We should start reading. We should start reading the people who canceled. A little trick or treat. A little trick or treat chat.
You're so mean.
All right. Mariscol Diaz, guys. Ryan Starvars, Erica Ortega, Tommy Perez, and Juan Coloso, Ariana Porras. We're just going into those today.
You know who else has a naughty list?
Who?
And everybody loves him.
Good.
Dressed just like this guy, Santa Claus.
Why? What happened?
Santa Claus is known for having a naughty list, and he puts kids on blast. He gives them coal. All we're doing is reading a name. I think that's okay.
Getting coal is not the same thing as being put on blast on a podcast that's listened by how many people? A lot of fucking people.
A lot of people.
We just read most of those names.
Yeah, I mean, we wait page one.
Yeah.
You know who just chimed in right now, dude? Fucking My Grito. So let's go with My Grito as well.
Yes.
We're a very highly produced show here. My Grito Weekly brought to you by the wonderful people at My Grito, Rob and Oscar, the label that pays us. We just re-upped with them for another slot of episodes, so we'll see what happens.
Another one.
The Paranoias released a brand new music video for their new song Felicity 2. Watch it now on YouTube. Track will appear on their upcoming new album out next year. Catch up on all the new music from the Ear Ringers, the Rundown Creeps, who we're listening to right now. Rare Hearts and more. All the info you need to grab records from Las Calacas, Adrian Carmine, 3LH, Maria Sanchez, and the Paranoias. Head on over to My Grito and follow us on all socials at My Grito. All right, look at that. Don't read this part. I bet you he will. I won't read that part. I won't read that part. All right. What is good,
I
guys?
love that they put, don't read this part because they know that you just read it.
They know what I'm about. They know what I'm about. All right. I feel like we're rushed and we started late today.
It's my fault.
No.
You know it is.
We're all good. We're all good.
Todo está bien. No pasa nada.
Eric, are we available on all live streams right now? We're good? Oh, shit. So read them off to me. Who do we got? All right. So right now,
YouTube, Twitch.
if you're available,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this on Twitch, go on YouTube, our channel. We're on there on YouTube, the channel, the Emo Brown. We are on our YouTube 3 Punk Ales page that Casas created. We are also on our Twitter.
Very nice.
We're on Twitters, the pinchy 3 Punk Ales and Emo Brown or whatever. We're also on Facebook for everybody over 50 who's still using Facebook.
You are inviting out all the net bangers, aren't you?
Yeah, spreading all the good cheer on social media on Facebook. Head out to Facebook. It's going to be on our Emo Brown page as well as fucking 3 Punks page. Fucking Casas over here, man, trying to get us to blow up. I'm with it, man. You don't scare me. Let's see. Let me log into my computer.
Hacking into the mainframe.
Yeah, let's go.
Beep, 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 beep.
All right, it's a beautiful day.
He puts on, like, fingerless gloves.
Tomorrow we got Toking Tuesday, 30% off at the Grasshopper. Elwood got that late night happy hour, $5 old fashions. Fucking Casas can't get enough of them. We also got a little bit of action going at 3 Punk Ales. World Cup is coming. Fuck around and find out. I'm gonna post a killer video about what happened 4 years ago at 3 Punk Ales on 3rd Avenue. Chef, what you pimping today?
I have a really big announcement.
Ooh.
As you guys have all heard me mention, me and Casas are going to be going to Baja Expedition on November 9th for the San Diego Bay Wine and Food Festival, which is kind of this really cool kind of all-day escapade. It includes transportation, dinner, wine tasting at some of the best restaurants, some of the best wineries, all headed by women. So it's really, really exciting. So definitely make sure you check that out. But very exciting.
Go ahead.
San Diego Bay Wine and Food Festival gave us 4 tickets to share. 2 tickets to the Grand Tasting VIP on Saturday, November 12th, and then 2 tickets for the Grand Fiesta VIP tickets.
Another one.
Now, just so you guys know, this is a total worth of like $1,125. So these are very, very expensive tickets. These are very sought after tickets. But I was also able to, I said, hey, we're on the Emo Brown podcast. Would you guys be able to give us a discount?
Ooh,
so for all of you Emo Brown podcast listeners, if you use the code Claudia, you can get 10% off your tickets. So obviously you don't have to buy the VIP tickets. There are more inexpensive tickets, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of like huge names like Stella Artois and
In serio?
Yeah, like really, really big names. It's a really big event that brings in chefs from all over the country. So definitely make sure that you check that out. Like I mentioned, me and Casas are going to be going on the Baja Expedition, so definitely make sure to check that out November 9th. So again, use code Claudia. You'll get 10% off any of your tickets for the whole festival. And again, there are different events that you can go to. So how do you think we should give away these tickets?
I was going to ask you, do you have a plan on giving these out?
Well, what I was thinking was we should encourage everyone to tune in next Monday, which is November the 4th, which is the Monday before the event. And then on Instagram, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll ask a question, but people are going to have to respond to it and give us a response about, I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe it's today's episode. Maybe it's next week's episode.
What did BJ dress up as for Halloween?
Exactly.
You know? I need the full name of the horse and the whole scene and everything.
Yeah. And
first person to slide into our DMs and give us that, like some shit like that. All right.
Yeah.
How many tickets we're giving away?
We're going to be giving away 4 tickets total. It's 1 pair of Grand Tasting VIP tickets. Those are valued at $400 each ticket.
Fuck, can I just have them? Like, why do I need to give that shit away?
I mean, do you really want to do that, or do you want to actually give our listeners?
Give anybody anything? I want to. Can we go? You know, like, what if wifey and I want to? What if wifey and I want to go? You know?
I mean, I'm sure I can try to get you some tickets.
I'm down to do all the free shit.
2 Grand Tasting VIP tickets for Sunday, November 13th.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out on how to give them away. We're obviously giving away 4.
But next week is definitely the week where you want to listen. So next Metiche Monday, you have to tune in because that's how we're going to announce how you were going to give them away.
Get it, girl.
Yes.
Like
So
Oprah
exciting.
on this show. Man.
Damn, bro.
You get some tickets. Not you, Steve. You get some tickets. You get some tickets.
What about you? Just bear promote something.
Wednesday, November 2nd, I'll be playing at the Sandbox from 6 to 9. But this time, it won't just be me. There's a traveling band called Streetlight Cadence. They're going to be taking on the second half of the show. So it's like a real show, a free one at a pizza place, all ages.
Jesus
there
Christ.
Is beer, there is liquor, but it's all
where is it? How far from Chula
Sandbox,
Vista? Where
PB, 20 minutes.
Oh, fuck that. Nah.
Easy.
No.
Easy. There's a parking lot. There's a parking lot. So there's actually parking in PB.
No, bro. PB, another acronym that goes with PB, STD. I'm going to miss out on all the things on PB.
You're a married man. You got to worry about that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's just in the air, bro.
Yeah.
I think that shit is just in there. Fuck around and catch herpes on your nose. Oh, fuck. You don't go to PB. Married men don't go to PB.
What? There are a lot of retirees.
There's
in PB.
families there.
Exactly.
I like to go to, what is it called? Casa's house? No, Casa Bravo. I'm forgetting the Spanish name. My favorite restaurant. Casa Bravo. Casa Brava? Costa Brava, thank you.
There it is.
Costa Brava. I had a fucking I was looking at you for help. You're like, nah, fucker, you will drown.
Sorry.
Costa Brava is
I don't
as
need a PB.
far as exactly is as far into PB as I go. That's it, bro. And that's something.
This is like the edge of PB.
Nah, bro. How about this? I'll ask wife if she wants to go to PB.
There you go.
No.
Ask the boys. Ask the boys if they want pizza.
So Sandbox is a pizza spot.
Yeah.
All right, dog. Look at you.
spot,
What else you
bar.
got going on?
That's it for this week.
Yeah?
And I'm really excited about
Hey, you are
Halloween
a
today.
working musician, bro.
Yeah.
Like working musician. Like
Yes,
that
sir.
is your fucking career.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is hard work.
Yeah. I
That
got
is
a lot of
work.
emails to send today.
That's a lot of self-promotion. You'd think you'd do a better job. Here
No,
on
probably not
Mondays
enough. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah.
You'd think you'd do a better job promoting yourself. Fuck. How many shows a week do you think you put out?
On a good week, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But there's 2 slow weeks a month right now because I got my residencies and I got things like kind of blocked out.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I left open spaces to book other places. So the open places are just potential. If you're trying to hire me, you know.
I think right now.
I think Cece's over there taking booty pictures.
Oh, Cece's on, do we have a camera over there, Casas? Is that something that we have access
like
to?
what is happening?
This
right
is the
now?
podcast,
my
but that's
God.
the show.
Jesus Christ.
What exactly is happening?
Well, you see, Cece is over there. She's wearing assless chaps. All you see is Carla. It's like, hey, what's going on, guys?
He's like, Cece's here? What are you talking about?
And look at, they all scram. They all went to the back. Yeah. So Metiche Mondays, you know, we bring it for the social club. So if you're a social club member, by all means, come on down here, hang out, talk a lot of shit. We do some drugs. We drink some beers. Well, some of us do some of those things. Others don't do that.
Allegedly.
don't.
Allegedly.
Others don't. But yeah, get on down here. We have a good time. Right now, they're off screen, I think for a valid reason. They don't want to be on there, but Gaza's about to find them.
Yeah,
bro.
he is.
Gaza's about to
He's
find
about to
them.
discover them like the killers.
Oh, look at it. Go ahead. Get them. Get them girls.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
We just started a reality show where Casas just discovers people.
It is Halloween, so there are people dressed in weird attire. We have a devil over there. We have a cowboy, and we have another devil. In all reality, we have some witches in the house today. Today, Metiche more ask me anything. What happened? Did I say? Was it a B or I had it with a W? I said witches. There they are. Damn it! I see your big old bald head right there, Casa. I was like, we have some of our friends coming in here. La DJ Sexy Lexy's coming in.
Nice.
She's gonna go over some Halloween goodies. She's very into the Halloween spirit. You know, la queen de Halloween. So we're going to talk to her, ask her some questions about witches, ghosts, and all of those things.
Have
It's a
you
little
been
bit later.
into Halloween your whole life?
I've rarely been into any holiday.
Really?
Yeah. And it's weird. I was telling wife about this. Is like, I don't like holidays in general.
Why?
But I don't know.
Pinche amargado.
Nunca me ha gustado.
Just
güey.
wanna put the
Nunca-
effort.
Okay. But I have a valid reason why I don't like them now even more.
Why? Tell me everything.
Yeah, well, it's because tell me everything. As soon as I started working at UPS, they have a thing called peak season, and peak season starts at the end of October,
Oh,
November-esque. So all we're doing is loading, delivering, unloading, delivering packages. We're the real Santa's helpers, bro. It just sucks. We go in early, we come out late. Like
Yeah.
remember one year we were starting to go in at 11:30 p.m. and we weren't coming out until like close to noon. So, and that's like from November, December, January.
Yeah.
And then some February for when people like start returning things. Because you know
Some
when
people
you,
even work Mondays, I hear.
yeah, not me, man. Fuck around and find out. The only place you'll find me working on a Monday is here.
That's right.
Anywhere
so-
else, yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's why I
most
hate
important.
holidays. It's left a horrible taste in my mouth.
Are you a big Halloween person?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't
like,
tell.
like since you were a kid, you like love dressing up and trick or treating and stuff.
Absolutely. I've always been the attention whore and like theater kid, so putting on
Attention
costumes and being weird.
whores.
Yeah?
Oh wow.
Nay.
Okay, where's the
man.
Yahweh?
Yeah.
Another one.
No, man. Fuck the holidays. I can't wait for them to be over. I really do not like them. I enjoy spending time with the family, like having the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or like having the Christmas dinner or whatever,
Yeah.
the unwrapping of tamales. You know, I enjoy that shit.
Right.
But everything else that goes around it, the hustling, having to go to the store and buy stuff, having to do this. And then I just buy it online. I'm horrible at buying gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like taquetahuego, más dime lo que quieres y te lo compro y ya. Let's take the mystery out of like what kind of gifts you want this year for Halloween or Christmas or whatever. Just tell me what you want, I'll get it. And she's on board.
Nice.
We're old, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we're old now. Like I'm fucking 43. I don't want to go to any store. You know, I don't want to do anything.
We got Amazon lists and we just send those to each other that like everybody in my family's
Yeah.
just like, especially because my
Do you
parents
guys
live
put
in Michigan.
budgets
now.
on what you do?
No.
No, it's like, fuck it, go in?
Just send me like middle budget, bottom budget, and top budget, and then surprise, you're gonna get some of this.
Send me your whole list and be prepared for stocks.
Exactly.
Breaking news, don't even send me the middle or the top budget. Just show me that low budget present. That's because that's the fucking one you're going to get. Menos mi reina agarra lo que ella quiere. Lo que se lo merece todo y más. Algo bueno.
Algo bueno. I
Take
just
it.
came back from Mexico City.
She's got the
Yeah,
best
man.
bueno of the buenos.
Well, I mean, that like
The most
all joking
bueno.
aside, it's like I get in the car. BJ picked me up from CBX, and I'm like, he's like, hey, "What are you going to dress up as?" I was like, "Wait, we're supposed to dress up." Fuck, I don't have anything. Like like I literally looked through everything. My daughter's 17 years old. We don't trick or treat anymore. So of course I bought this on Xochimilco in one of the trajineras, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just pull
That's
out
a
one of my
spot
dresses."
in North Park, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
No,
no?
fucking no. Fuck. There's a place now?
Yes.
No. Anyway, Xochimilco is like this like band of irrigation systems that a lot of people don't know about, but it looks like it's like rivers and kind of stuff, but it's more of an actual man-made lake that they use for irrigation in that area. But of course, it's known for these beautiful kind of like large gondola type ships called trajineras. And so anyway, it was a freaking blast. There was people from everywhere in the world. We had literally a trajinera come up next to us, and all of the guys on that one were from Holland. Didn't speak a fucking lick of English or Spanish, and they were just like, Max Verstappen! And because I was like dressed in full Ferrari gear, so I'm like, Forza Ferrari. Anyway, so for any of you that watch Formula One, it was seriously probably one of the most incredible experiences. I cried just walking in because I've watched it for so many years, and it's like something that me and my daughter have like really been into. But
what got you into that?
My cousin.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it's how can I explain? Like, it's a very expensive sport. Like, going to this event was so expensive. Like, I bought my tickets in March of last year, and they were like $500 for 3 days. So it's not cheap, and then like I had to buy my flights and I had to like pay for everything. And then, Mexico City can be affordable. But if you go to any of the like good restaurants, like it can get up there, So it's for sure like at least like a $2,000 to $3,000 expense. And like I'm just glad that like I paid for everything in advance because it made it a lot easier. But it was honestly so incredible. I was telling BJ, have you ever been to like a monster truck rally?
No, what the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You should the boys. What?
Yes,
Those things never
you
been
are
appealing.
so weird.
The Garcias?
I grew up watching the
Desperas are going to the monster trucks.
No, man.
I'll buy the tickets. We'll go.
Oh my God.
What's fun about going and watch fucking dudes in monster trucks jumping things?
Drinking tall cans and watching your
so
kids
cool.
freak out. It's awesome.
It's
know,
so
man.
cool. It's so fucking cool. Anyway,
I'd rather watch a pottery game.
And every once in a while you get to see one like crash. It's
Also, you're just watching it for the doomsday shit. Just like
not only, but they do cool jumps and
They
stuff
do.
too.
It's really fun. It's really fun.
A lot of fire.
But the cool part, like even when you're at a monster truck rally, you can like feel the vibration, like the retumbao of like
Marky Mark is there. Come on.
the engines. So
Feel it.
You're fucking stupid. I can't even say it.
It's Halloween.
But yeah, no, it was incredible. I'm so grateful. It was seriously one of the most incredible experiences, and got to meet a ton of fans. From the people that were sitting next to us were from Alaska. The people behind us were
it's a worldwide like a.
Oh yeah,
Guess that's awesome.
Yeah, like
that's fucking cool.
There were like guys from like the UK behind us, and then like the people right behind, like right in front of us were from Monterrey, and like just people from everywhere. But compadre,
go ahead, I'm ready.
Primo,
yes,
they
go.
had this cool ass homage to Mazatlan.
Oh,
so they
knew you were coming. Fool.
I know.
They knew you were coming.
And of course, you already know my fucking Mexican ass was like,
never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed it, especially today.
I thought this was just a costume.
This isn't a costume.
Meanwhile, butt cheeks over there.
Butt cheeks over there.
Meanwhile, backstage of Emo Brown Studios. Jesus Christ, man.
So yeah, it was a ton of fun, and I'm just so grateful that I got to experience that. Next year, we're already planning my daughter's coming.
There's
with
a
me.
Mexican race car driver who's like next level, right?
Yes, Checo Perez.
Checo Perez.
Yes, he's the only Mexican driver, and it's kind of funny.
That's it?
Because
the only one?
There's the only one, and it's kind of cool because F1 only has 20 racers, like 20 actual people that drive, these amazing, incredible machines at 200 miles per hour plus.
Why?
And because a lot of them have to get there by training their whole lives. I mean, these are kids literally who train in all of these different types of races. So F1 is the top, but there's F2 and there's F3.
Okay, so it's like soccer, like you Champion League, and then you move up to League One, to the top Premier.
You went soccer, huh? Instead of like baseball.
Oh well, yeah, because there's a better breakdown in soccer because like in the English Premier League, the Premier League is the top.
Okay,
and then underneath it is called Championship. Yes. And then there's like League 3, League 2, League 1, and
That's exactly how it is.
You got to cut your teeth to get to the top.
Yeah. So some of these drivers, like they've known each other all of their lives, and they're like still like going to bat, like. And then they get picked up by these huge brands, right? I mean, you're talking about Ferrari, Red Bull,
Grasshopper.
Never heard of them.
Manscaped.
Mercedes-Benz, Alfa Romeo.
They're really shaving the miles off.
Hey, that won by a little hair. That was a close shave of the win.
So these guys are incredible. But Checo Perez obviously is the pride and joy of Mexico.
Okay.
So I am a Ferrari fan, but I am also a Checo fan. So I was like rooting him on, and obviously,
and he's both. He drives for Ferrari?
No, he drives for Red Bull. So he drives.
But he's Mexican. I thought he would drive for Gran Marquis or some shit, you know?
He's so
that fool would be driving for la fucking Mamalona team. No,
but he does have, like people like Carlos Slim backing him up.
Oh, that's money.
Oh, yeah.
That's money.
Oh, yeah. So that's why he's there.
Gas is expensive. You need that shit.
A lot of these guys, they bring in these amazing sponsors, and that's how they get their seats.
All right.
One of the biggest people that everybody's talking about right now is Nicholas Latifi. He's been doing the worst in the whole series, and he's going to get cut.
Okay, so they get demoted?
No. Like, he's literally been running the last place. He's been running 20th, been crashing, all this stuff. But he got his seat because his dad's a huge sponsor.
Oh, man.
So a lot of these kids, they
nepotism, always fun.
Yeah. But there's Checo Perez, so handsome.
You think he's like a killer driver? Somebody would hold the umbrella for him.
He's a lady holding his umbrella.
What's going on? Checo Perez.
Yes.
All right.
And you guys, I cannot even explain to you how incredible, just everybody screaming all at the same time. It didn't matter who you played for. The fact that he was in his hometown, it's like when you're in your hometown, everybody wants you to win.
Chilango el vato, entonces.
No. He's from Guadalajara.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he likes him more now.
Checo Perez, long-time listener, first-time caller. Big fan of Checo Perez.
We're waiting for your subscription to Emo Brown.
Yeah. If you've never gotten into F1, there is a really cool Netflix series.
Okay.
Called Drive to Survive. Make sure you check that out. And I'm not joking. Once I watched that, I felt like I fell in love with all of the drivers. I already had my favorites, but once I watched that series, now I root for all of them. I'm like, oh, I don't want this person to leave.
You get to see them behind the scenes.
Yeah, because you get to see who they are.
I've seen people get super hype about it lately, so that's it right there.
Yeah.
So those are different than NASCAR.
Yes.
Okay.
Different than NASCAR. These are Formula One cars, and these have these flaps that open up. That's called DRS. So it kind of gives them almost like a they speed up. That wing on the back kind of opens up. See how you can see the DRS sign? So they can open up. And so, anyway, there's all kinds of rules. Drive to Survive is a really...
All right.
I'm not being paid, but we'd love to be paid.
Send us some money.
Netflix, we love you. So definitely make sure you check that out. It was honestly one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had in my life. I will never forget it, especially since it was my first. But I've already promised my daughter, she has to come. I was there sending her videos, and she was sending me voice messages back saying I'm getting chills, I want to cry, and I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Oh wow!
So it's definitely like how people describe every other sport, though, but more so where it's it's different to watch it on TV than to be there.
Oh, totally.
You have to.
Totally. And part of me was kind of missing the commentary because I'm so used to watching. I have F1 TV on my phone.
Damn it, fool!
Yeah,
you hear the voices in your head now, though.
When it was in Japan, I was up at 2-3 in the morning, watching the qualies and the practice and
the qualies.
What are you doing today? Oh, just watching the qualies. Watching the qualies on the telly.
Fuck you guys.
I got a quali at 3.
It's a P3. There's a P1, a P2, a P3, and a quali.
Oh.
But yeah, so there is three qualies. But
unbelievable.
I love a good quali.
I've never liked NASCAR, monster trucks, or F1 or anything. And no me llama la atención. I'm not a big car guy.
If you watch Drive to Survive,
that's why you should go to monster trucks. It is literally for non-car people.
But yes, I will watch Drive to Survive. I'll for sure watch it. Yeah.
It's super fun.
Algo bueno.
Oh, look at this me.
Look at you.
See, with my Forza Ferrari.
Yeah.
Got that Ferrari hair, too. It's perfect.
I know. Everybody, a couple of people came up, a couple of people recognized me, and then that was oh, shit. Because then it was well, who is she? And then it was it became 20 pictures.
Do you like that?
No.
Yeah, you do, Booker. You come on. You wouldn't dye your hair bright red if you didn't like it.
I dye my hair bright red because it's become part of who I am now.
Yeah.
It's not because I want to be recognized. No.
I don't know, man. That sounds crazy to be recognized that much.
It was a little crazy. So because we were down at the bottom where they have benches and stuff because there was more shade, and then that's when somebody said, "Can I take a picture?" And then the people around them were like, "Wait, who's
¿Quién
that?"
es esa morra?
And then they just start coming.
Yes, because it's not even that they fucking know who you are. They just are oh shit, it's somebody that I should know, so I should take a picture.
Yeah.
And do my research later.
It's probably cool when you meet someone who knows who you are and is a fan and likes what you do. But then I get that you get the 10 people after them. They're like, oh, let's take a picture with a famous person.
Yeah, exactly.
Was anyone dressed for Halloween over there?
There was a lot of people dressed up like trajinera, the trajineras with all of their garb and everything. And then there was a couple of 2 dudes, which was fucking hilarious because once they do, like the actual podium, they release the people. So people are like running to like kind of create the crowd on the floor. And there were like 2 bananas.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is that, BJ?
Yeah. I thought you were going to be a banana fool.
I had it, and then I was like, nah, this is more effort. I like this.
What you eating, Casas? What the fuck is going on back there? Look at that fool eating like a burrito.
I'm hungry.
God.
He started the burrito challenge without us.
Algo bueno.
Algo bueno. I went to Oma's family farm out in, I think it's Escondido. I don't know, it's Canada to me. But Pete went there. It was a pumpkin patch. It was a bunch of like slides and rides and goats to feed and like just jumpy things everywhere. And it was huge. It's awesome. If you got kids, if you don't have kids, you want to go jump on some stuff, go. It's great.
Who'd you go with?
We went with obviously the family, me, Fernando, Pete, and then we went some friends also, as well from the old YMCA days. But
nice.
they all have kids too, and they're all a lot older. So Pete's like, one of the younger ones, and it's really funny to watch like the older kids like take Pete and be like, "Let's go down the slide together," and like, "Oh wait, I don't have to do that right now. Like, I'll let the kids do it." Okay, cool. So like, we get to hang back and chill and just watch Pete play instead of like make Pete play, which is really cool. But they have this giant like slide that's made out of cotton seeds, so.
Cotton seeds.
It's not fully formed like poofy cotton, but it's still poofy enough, and it's just
I
giant
love that you say poofy.
mountain
I
of
say
it.
poofy.
Poofy.
Do you say puffy or do you say poofy?
I say tippy toes.
Yeah, tippy toes.
Yeah, right. This is another crazy.
related.
No, but there's another kind of crazy like poofy, puffy. Bequeath. Yeah, I'm serious when it comes to my dictation.
We know it's under the desk.
It's attached to some protein.
But the cotton slide, it's like you get to get on like a sled and go down like whoosh, and watch all these kids like just eat shit.
Oh, that's
so Pete was obviously following the big kids to the top, and I was like, just hang back, let little man have his moment to like grow and like see how brave he is. Honestly, like we never get to test him. So like he climbed up this big cottonseed hill and made it all the way to the top, but like the big kids hadn't noticed him yet, so he kind of got there, was like, oh, what do I started to freak out. But then the moment that kid turned around, he was just like, it's like the best look on his face ever. Like the whole thing was worth it for that one moment.
Oh, it's like a full-on ranch too, huh?
Yeah.
So it's called
cute.
Oma's Pumpkin Patch.
There it is.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
And you can get like a little
Wagon
package
rides.
where the kid, gets to go do all the stuff, but then they leave with a pumpkin, so you get to go pick a pumpkin out.
How
It's
fun.
Yeah.
Nothing appealing about going out to a fucking pumpkin patch with my kids. Look at that little shit. Looks lame as
quieres
fuck.
el rancho, cabrón,
No,
pues.
that shit looks lame as fuck.
They didn't have beer.
We went to
Luckily, I
go
brought
buy our
some.
pumpkins down in what was it? I believe Lakeside on the way up to like Verona, and it was similar to that. It was like a pumpkin patch. It was a maze. It was pretty cool. The maze, finding different little keys and pictures. But I'm happy it's one day out of the fucking year. Yeah. Carving pumpkins. I haven't carved one pumpkin, and my little dude Oliver's like, "You gonna carve my pumpkin today?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'll carve your pumpkin today."
Aw.
But we let them
We're
draw
all
it.
doing it on the last day. Good.
like they draw it on there, and then I'll go in there and start cutting it. Wifey helps as well, and we do it together. But yeah, this little one's all like, "No," I was like, "Fuck."
They always want like the hard ones
Yeah,
where it's
man. I was like-
artistically scraped and like
This eye is like fucking 3 centimeters big. I'm like, bro, it's not gonna work, but whatever. We're gonna go in the way he wants it.
I used to love making pumpkins that I knew people would walk by my parents' house and just be like hiding their kids from. Like I made one that was like pooping one time. Like,
my God.
I filled these like latex gloves with the guts and I put them on like holding toilet paper on either side, and then I just carved a hole and put the guts coming out.
See, and that's the thing. Wifey loves decorating the pad, bro. She loves going all out for holidays, for fucking Halloween, for Christmas. But I could care less, dog. You know, I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of like doing all that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cleaning it up.
No?
So that's why I don't put it up.
Yeah, she puts up like
like
what is
fucking-
it? Spider webs on the inside.
Oh, no.
She's hanging
I have
shit from
natural
like the
ones.
rounds. Like, no mames.
My mom was like that. She would just fill the whole house with decorations, like put like the little vinyl stickers on every window.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Kids love it, and honestly, I guess at the end of the day, that's all that matters because they look forward to it, and maybe because I was raised in a household where that shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
And my mom didn't take the time to decorate our house. And then now I'm the dad that doesn't want to do that shit. Thanks, Mom. You're going to be the
you-
next topic in my therapy
Did you
session.
grow up doing an altar?
No,
Dia de los
tampoco.
Muertos?
Cristal, wifey does it. She
Yeah.
created an altar for the house, and this is actually my first experience with having that done.
Nice.
I'm a weird Mexican, like we never really got into that. The
Yeah.
whole Dia de los Muertos,
Well,
un
and it's not a
altar.
tradition in your family.
And it really- yeah.
Not all families practice it.
How about
so.
yourself?
Grew up in Bandito.
We grew up doing altares and baking bread for it and all of that kind of stuff. And my mom would like make mole enchiladas and and set the just shot of tequila because that's how our family rolls.
I like
it. So yeah, I'm gonna.
I guess I have to change the way I am. But you know what? I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change my winning ways.
That's right, baby.
Algo Bueno.
One.
Where's the?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Give him a song. This deserves a song.
Another one.
in the year 2021, I was fortunate enough to be recognized as, I was bequeathed this gift of Best Podcast 2021.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. It was long heart. We deserve it, guys. Thank you for being a part of it. Number 2, we just received this plaque yesterday or on Saturday.
It's gold.
Look at that.
I love it.
Only the best for us. Winner. The best of 2022. Best podcast in San Diego, the Emo Brown Podcast.
Hey.
Fuck, man. That's my Algo Bueno. My Algo Bueno moving forward is I'm no longer going to be a weenie and downplay our victories. Every victory we get moving forward with Emo Brown, the podcast, the foundation, fucking anything we do, I'm going to drop that dick like it's an 8-inch one made of rubber, dog.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Because you know what? I'm weird. I'm wired weird. I'm wired weird in the sense that I'm pushed by constant doubt. Like when people doubt me on anything or like talk shit to me, it's like, you can't fucking do that. What are you doing opening a brewery? You're Mexican. Oh, a bar, all of a sudden you want to open a bar. A podcast, nobody want to fucking listen to you talk. So I think we should just
Driven by spite.
Yeah, and
That's what Henry Rollins does.
and you know
It works
what,
for him.
dog? I know there's a therapy that needs to help me and untangle that mentality, but for me it works. I like being a dickhead when people tell me I can't do something. I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it.
No,
I don't know nothing about podcasting. I don't know anything about this roadcaster and everything. I learned it all on YouTube and have smart people like fucking Casas around us
Built quite
and
the
like
team.
you guys. Like I don't think I could do a podcast alone. I've tried it. It's awkward, but I'd much rather have like you guys here with me doing it.
Yeah.
So this is for all of us, even though it's pretty much just me. Thank you guys. But it's pretty much just me. But I think the right thing to do is involve all of you guys.
Stupid ass.
Pero como dice el Snoop Dogg, first off, I'd like to thank me.
Yeah.
Because motherfucker, I'm the one who did it. I'd like to thank me again for fucking,
No days
not
off.
quitting, but
That's
nah.
a great speech, though, honestly.
It is such a great
I listen to that
speech.
shit all the time.
And it's not
I love
cocky.
Snoop.
It's not cocky.
it's
It's
not wrong.
confidence. It's confidence. He's put in the time. Kobe Bryant would always say one of his famous quotes is like, you weren't there in the gym shooting free throws, like, and then everybody wants to jump on board all of a sudden. It's like,
Yeah.
no, man. Like, we work hard at doing what we do. And if you like take a quick look around, like, oh shit, we've turned this into a studio, chef. It's a fucking set now. We turned around and now it's like a thing, If you see on our walls, it kind of tells the story of where we started and how we done. August 9th, Emo Brown Day. So fucking
Can't
around.
forget that
I'm
shit.
telling you, like, these are things that I'm very proud of what we're doing. I'm proud of all of our social club members for being on board with us, except for this cocksucker. But yeah, all of them. It all plays a part in the greater good that we're doing. And, and linking up with you, Chef, and you actually, like, enjoying, I'm assuming, coming here. You're all about coming on. Like, that means a lot to me. It means that what we're doing is serving some sort of purpose. To pull this fucking guy, Casas, from doing his thing of discovering rock bands and going on tour, and filming, high quality content for other high quality, like, influencers, for him to take time to do a fucking podcast with us, and that means a lot. So my Algo Bueno is everything we do.
Yes.
My Algo Bueno is everything we've been doing and everything we're going to continue to do.
That's right.
Let's shit all over that, though. Give me your Chale moment of the week,
I was just
Chef.
about to say, I like this positive Steve.
No, man.
Let's shit all over it.
No,
Like,
I don't like.
You thought too soon. My Chale moment is unfortunately very sad.
No.
Yeah, man. My daughter reached out and she was like, Mom, did you hear about what happened in Seoul, Korea? Did you guys hear about this?
No.
So Seoul, Korea hasn't celebrated or done any Halloween celebrations, as you know, because they were really serious about the pandemic and actually shut everything down and haven't had any large scale events. So this was the first Halloween celebration that they've had in 2 years. And unfortunately, it was just the city is called Itaewon, and there were casualties, 151 casualties that were mostly young, mostly in their teens and in their early 20s. Among the 151 dead were 19 foreign nationals with victims from Iran, Norway, China, Thailand, Uzbekistan, and 2 Americans.
Jeez.
So it's really sad. There's been tons of reporting about how it happened. There's a ton of videos, unfortunately, of everything that happened. But Actually, the dead just climbed to 154, with dozens more injured. People got trampled. There were videos of people trying to resuscitate. Here's some of the video. But it was devastating. And I got a message from my daughter saying that she was crying about it. And I was like, I just heard about it. I was literally getting ready for F1 when I got word of it, listening to NPR. It makes me so sad because I think we're all so excited to get back to normalcy, and I know that these kids were out there just having fun. And of course, now their moms are all con el Jesús en la boca, as we say, just like worried, So it's like, chale, man, like, can we all just like have fun and be safe out there? Like,
and you start to hear about it more and more, this crowd crush. Like, you first heard about it at that Travis Scott thing, but it goes all the way back to like the Rolling Stones.
You'll never hear about that at a BJ Just Barrett concert.
That's right. Come on down, Sandbox Wednesday, baby.
I don't know. Claudia's there, maybe. Just kidding.
Will there be pizza?
There will be pizza.
There'll be wings.
The kids may run after the pizza.
Dude, my goal is to fucking Emo Brown Media produces one of your biggest events ever, bro. That would be fucking rad. Maybe here at the HQ at the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man,
the Scottsville
Chef always fucking brings us down with reality and shit, bro.
What? You said Chale.
Yo, I'm over here talking shit and being happy we won an award. You're like, oh, yeah, that's a cool story, Steve. You know what sucks?
I feel like I always make my shit like about me, and then she's over here talking about the world. I'm like, man, I'm an asshole. I'm just like, I stubbed my toe today.
This is an international celebrity, bro. Yeah. You know? You are a local celebrity. I'm just an idiot. So let's see. Let me hear.
Celebrity. I'm the idiot.
Let me hear your chale, bro.
My chale. It's not that bad, but
well, nothing's gonna be as dude. That could have been the Yahweh of the fucking year, but she just casually slipped it into a Halloween chale.
It just feels so bad coming out after a thing like that. Like we have too much shit. Like people in general. Like I've noticed about myself, especially. Like I don't consider myself a hoarder, but I still have a whole bunch of shit, and I'm like we have a storage unit full of shit that is just like you pay for it to keep it to not do anything with it, and like we spent some time in the storage unit this weekend, like trying to clean shit out. We're gonna go to the fucking.
Goodwill or something?
Swap meet and try to, open up a thing and sell some shit. But like, you just go through some shit and you're like, man, why did I keep this for 15 years? Like, why am I paying $150? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I got like a bunch of old toys and shit for when, Pete gets a little older and we're going through some boxes and I found some stuff.
Oh.
So my chale kind of turned into a cool moment because I found these old like Ghostbuster pop guns that have like little foam poops that you put in the front.
Oh, yeah. I know
like
exactly what you're talking
about. Like the 80s and the 90s. Yo, he's going to be so stoked when I bust that out. Fernando doesn't want me to yet, but I'm pretty close.
His face.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, you do.
So
the one that you pull back and it like pops out the little
and this little foam nugget.
Little
just
foam.
Bam. There's a video of me shooting Fernando with one on Instagram. Right
okay,
now.
cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
Hilarious. It's good content.
I saw you kind of being like, "What the hell?" Yeah.
Collecting shit is
rule
not,
is like if you haven't used it in the last 2 years, you don't fucking need it. Unless it's like nostalgia or like family heirlooms. But even then, like find a way to preserve them in a different way so that they're not just boxes and boxes and boxes and taking
I throw
up
out
your money.
clothes. Like every time I do laundry for me, like once a week, I'll like go into the little laundry room. I come back and said, am I gonna fold this or hang it up? And I'm like,
gonna throw this away.
So I just put it in the corner, and every weekend, like my fucking bundle, I throw away so much clothes, and I still don't have any room in the closet, man. I have so much clothes. Like, oh, here, this is a cool shirt. Have this. Oh, here, this. And I'm like, just throwing shit away. I'm just gonna start wearing black shirts for everything. Just black shirts.
I already practically dressed like a cartoon. Gray shorts, white shirt.
I mean, I just want to wear flannels and just black shirts, and that's it. Jeans and shoes. Boom. Pelado.
I want to be a woman that can wear a flannel without looking like a fucking chola.
Go ahead. Well, don't button it up all the way to the top.
It doesn't fucking matter. Any Mexicana that actually looks like a Mexicana puts on a fucking flannel, bitch, you look like a chola.
Yeah?
I don't give a fuck. I be looking at all these fucking pictures of all these beautiful ass women on fucking TikTok. They're like, let me show you how to dress up a fucking flannel in all of these cute ass ways with like a dress and like boots. And I'm like, I put on the same fucking thing. I'm like, nope, that's chola.
Wifey looks like,
Chola.
check
Go
that shit
chola.
out. What's up?
What's up? And there's nothing wrong with looking like a chola, trust me. But it's like, really?
Sometimes
like,
you want options.
Sometimes I want to look like, like those girls on TikTok that like,
Pumpkin Spice Girls and shit.
Yeah, like let me show you like that fall wardrobe and shit. And I like put the same shit on. I'm like, no, I just look like a fucking chola.
They can't wear this and look as good.
What's up? You know?
This is true.
Wifey wears a flannel and looks like Daria, bro. Yeah, I swear to God.
See what
I
I mean?
swear to God. Why? She'll put one on. She looks like Lisa Loeb, bro. She's just sometimes you always say what you want. You know, like that's wifey. She doesn't look like a Chola Infano, but she'll look like Lisa Loeb, or she'll look like Daria.
But that's
I'm
what
sure she
see
loves
what
that
I mean?
reference.
Well, I'll post a picture later because we were in Frisk in San Francisco, and she was just wearing like a flannel. She was kind of just standing like this. I was like, "Motherfucker, you look like Daria." You'll see. You'll see. Divorce papers coming soon. Look at that's wifey. Sacaste la basura.
There
Lava
she
los
is.
trastes.
You
Lávale
look
los dientes a los
lovely. You look
niños.
lovely, queen.
Make sure you put sunscreen on the boys before they get dressed. That's wifey, bro. She doesn't wear glasses though. But those piercing eyes, man. They do it all for me. Chale moment of the week kind of intertwines with my Yahweh moment of the week. What the fuck is going on, guys?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of like anti-Semitism. It's like a racist shit. There's all fools just running their mouth. When I was young, many, many moons ago, we used to go to a place in Tijuana called Tangalu. And I remember going one year for Halloween. Gus is giggling over there, motherfucker. You know. Hey, that was a wild era, fool. The late 90s, early 2000s.
He still got his VIP pass there.
In Zona Rio, or just in all that fucking area.
Revolution?
It was wild, bro. Cartel, everything. There was the Wild West. There was no right there.
No.
You go to police officer, motherfucker was crooked as fuck. You know?
yeah.
Every
So
5 feet here.
I remember going to Halloween dress up of costume carnival, something down there in Tangalu, and these fools rolled up in like Nazi uniforms, right? And I'm like, fuck, should I have said something? And I think back, I'm like, no, you idiot. These guys are like cartel members, and they were just being dickheads, rolling up and down in Nazi outfits. And I was like, shit. It's like, that's not good. Fast forward to last weekend, and I saw a report of a dude in New York, in Manhattan somewhere, rolling into a pub in a Nazi outfit as well. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's a guy I would have punched in the face if I would have saw him in the streets doing that. I feel like there's a rule. Like, if you see somebody dressed up like as a Nazi, you gotta give him a quick one right in the fucking face, bro.
Wow.
You gotta just pop him in the face. And I think people in the pub, like, they were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And some of these guys do it to like generate attention for themselves, or like, look at me. I think this fucker was looking to antagonize somebody because he was in there and people said, get out of here. He's like, well, fuck you. What are you gonna do? And like some guy got out and went out there. And then I started creeping more. And then Cesar Torres sent me one of a dude in Madison, Wisconsin University. I don't know if it's University of Wisconsin, respectfully. Whatever school did this, some dude was dressed like Hitler, just rolling around campus. And like, when did this happen? When did it happen that you could just be like blatantly
always somebody dressed like
racist
that.
like
Every
that?
year.
Though?
It's not good.
Every year?
Every year there's somebody dressed.
I feel like I've seen it more this year than any other year. In all honesty,
there's more camera phones.
Yeah.
But you gotta assume there's idiots everywhere all the time.
man. Which led me down the path again to like my Yahweh, the downfall of Kanye West. The downfall,
Oh, my
the self-sabotage. What is he doing? You know, like, and I guess his thing is like, I can say this, I have mental health issues. It's okay. You know, and I don't think it is okay. Like, I feel like if one of us here like was on a sick one like that, somebody in our corner was gonna step up and be like, hey, güey, bájale de huevo, dog. Like,
100%.
Yeah, you better fucking chill out. Like, that's, you know, I get it. You were trying to, like, you know, be provocative, but you're crossing the line now.
Yeah.
To the point where you're losing your fucking
Hope I
sponsors.
never get that talk.
You know, you're losing sponsors, dog. You're leaving money on the table. Your brand that you've built up for everything, music, it's all getting tarnished now. And
People
then
did try, though.
You think so?
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah. People have tried. And people have spoken up saying that they tried. And they tried to stop him. And they tried to tell him, like, dude, you've got, like, come on, dude. And, like, even some of the really big podcasts that interviewed him were
Emo
like,
Brown Podcast, award-winning, back-to-back years.
you know, they... I can't.
Who are these podcasts? You say?
You know, they kept asking him, like, honestly, like, you don't actually mean that. Like, you don't actually mean white lives matter. You don't actually mean you're, like, actually gonna, you know, like, what were the exact words he said? He said something along the lines of, like, he was gonna, like, drop something on Jews, right, or something like that.
I don't remember.
Which is just all around just so horrific. And what's worse is, and I don't know if you guys saw my post, but I had friends in like Hollywood, and all of my friends that live in LA posting stories about how they were getting mailers talking about all of the producers and executive producers and people that were of Jewish descent, beliefs, whatever, being called out, like if they were somehow these horrible human beings. And they're like, Dude, my dad's name is on this. My friend's dad's is on it. Like my,
And like what they did to the pictures was just, it was terrible.
It was
putting
terrifying.
Star Davids on their forehead. Like
it was like terrible. Like I don't understand how we're going down this direction. But
Again,
I am glad that though Adidas did decide to step away from Kanye West. Just alone that deal, I think it lost him his billionaire status.
And then here's the Andy Kaufman devil's advocate side. You know, it's like everything Kanye has done is very fucking calculated. You know, I'm just a spectator from the outside looking in, so I only know what he's presenting and how he's presenting himself. But it almost seems like he wanted to sabotage certain deals so he can be a free agent or somebody that can work for himself and distribute his own merchandise and product. Maybe he was tired of being under that. But bro, there's a different way to approach that than to sabotage everything you've done just like that. Because the Adidas, I remember he gave some speech like, I can say anything I want and Adidas won't drop me.
Exactly.
They won't drop me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what the fuck is he really trying to do? Is he trying to get out of a deal?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably not the way to get the fuck out of a deal.
Yeah.
But for him, it worked. Because ultimately Adidas said, you know, fuck you. Boom. Gone. Yeah. And it took them a little long. And they caught a little flack, which further fueled my belief. Is like, they don't want to give Kanye what he wants. You know, it's like, which he probably wants to be off of this deal. But he fucking went around to the whole. You want to see self-sabotage at its finest?
Scorched
Like,
earth.
he fucking just, everything dude, his family members are turning their back on him.
Yeah,
like
no,
Kim Kardashian, his baby mama is like, I need to shield my family from what he's doing right now. That's not us.
I don't think it's the majority of the United States population. I mean, I know that there are definitely some anti-Semitic people out there, as we've seen with just the recent increase in all of the white supremacy, you know, everything that we've seen around the country right now. But I think what's really, really, really important is that we ally ourselves. You know, I always talk about how important it is to be allies and to speak out against things that aren't right. And I think that the only reason that Adidas actually did drop them is because they felt the public pressure of everybody going, "What's up, Adidas? Why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you doing anything?" I mean, big, huge brands, names, everybody. Yeah.
Money for sure.
Absolutely.
Kanye owns, like, is responsible for, like,
it doesn't help that they're a German brand.
Yeah, right? But still based out of fucking Munich. It's like,
I mean, I'm just saying,
Kanye is 16% of the total sales for Adidas.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, they're going to be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, at some point, it's a sand in the line. It's like, what is your brand really about?
I mean, but
are you about getting money, or are you about, like, the betterment of our community, of our fucking world, of the way people do things? Like, and I think finally they came to their senses and like, nah, well, we got to drop this fucker.
What I want to know is when other people are going to come to their senses. I see people still posting, well, fuck it. I mean, he may be crazy, but I'm still going to buy his Yeezys. And it's like you realize that by doing that, you're only continuing to support somebody that wholeheartedly has done this, regardless of whether there was an ulterior motive or not. He has said these things. He has sparked rage.
Yeah.
He has sparked hate in other people that has and can create violence. Why would you want to support that? I will never understand that. It's like, oh, you're down to like go buy $600 ugly ass fucking shoes, but you're not down to support the fucking panaderia down the street. That shit, I can't.
You know
I
what's
fucking
gonna,
can't.
And you know what's going to be crazy,
Pinches
bro?
fake ass motherfuckers. What do you call it? Posers?
Posers. And you know what's
Fucking
going to be crazy? When
Why'd you
he
point at me?
Look at.
Because I knew you would know.
Because if I see a poser, I know what it looks like. When he finally starts selling his shit on his own, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because there's a belief that if he starts just doing direct to mailer like sales to people,
direct to consumer sales, like just opens
Starts
it
up on Amazon
and does his own thing, there's the belief that this fucker is going to be a billionaire all over again, simply by selling. You know, that's going to be interesting to see. Where are we really? You know, where are we really?
And his shit's in the spotlight. But think of all the terrible people out there that have this crazy amount of money. They get just a little bit of light shown on them and they go, oh God, they got to retract. And then they just start another business under another name. And then they just continue the cycle of making money and still, like, you know, it's crazy to think
It's a crazy world we live in. Yeah, his apology was weird. I don't know if you saw an apology he did over the weekend. He's like, I know now what it feels to have a neck or a foot on my neck too. The media's doing. I was like, damn fool.
Fuck him.
I was like, this guy's like.
Did you hear what he said about George Floyd?
Yes.
So
and then this apology was that reference.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn,
I can't.
Like, this dude is like, he's doubling down. Like, everyone's telling him to chill out.
Support the panaderia on the corner.
Say panaderia again, bitch.
Panaderia.
One more time.
Panaderia. Panaderia.
I wish I had 4 thumbs so I could give you 4 fucking thumbs down for saying panaderia, bro.
The horse heads in
Say
there.
it again, one more time.
Birreria.
But yeah.
Oh man, it's a crazy time.
It is.
I feel like we're talking about white supremacy and that. It's always been there, but I feel now it's more brazen. You know, now,
100%.
yeah,
After
now it's
Trump.
like it just feels like it's thick. You can see it, you can sense it. You know, man, I've had my share of like incidents where people are kind of like, racist towards me, and I just let it slide because I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Am I gonna go over there and kick the shit out of this guy? No. But now I'm like, fuck, what do we tell our kids? Like, if somebody fucks with you, I mean, you got to step up, I guess. I don't want my kids to be weenies and other kids feel compelled that they can push their buttons and get away with it. And that's the importance of like communicating with our kiddos, the importance of making sure they get involved in like extracurriculars like jujitsu, golf, baseball, whatever.
Well,
I want them to be confident.
I also think that we have to, as parents, stop thinking that our kids aren't going to be exposed to this stuff.
Correct.
You think they don't hear about all this stuff that Kanye's saying? Absolutely, they hear this. So it's better to make sure that you're having those conversations with your kids so that you know that they understand where they should be like thinking and like not thinking like, oh yeah, he's just mentally ill. Like we can't use that in excuse.
That scapegoat.
You
I
can't
feel
keep
like it's
using that as
ran
an
its
excuse.
course. I don't really think that we can continue to use, mental health. Because that fool even said, hey, I got mental health issues. I can say shit like this. It's like, no, you can't, motherfucker.
No.
Oh, man.
It's
But
not.
on the lighter side, kids do know a lot of shit.
Exactly.
I was hanging out and we bought like the little dollar pumpkins, los chiquitos, esas madrecitas. And my little guy, the 5-year-old Oliver, was doing one. And he drew an Edgar on them, like the Edgar cut. And all three of them were like, Edgar. I was like, how the fuck do you guys know about this shit? It's like, I'm a Fool's Gone Wild fan and I watch it at home, but my kids aren't hovering over my shoulder looking at what I'm looking at, even though they fucking try. But it's like, what are they learning in school? Like, these kids are exposed to everything. My oldest kid's favorite number is 69 because somebody in school fucking said 69. And he does not shut up with that number. Anytime he sees it on TV, like we were watching a football game yesterday, because my parlay hit again. That's right. Number 69. Hey, Dad, look, 69. And we ask him, what does that number mean to you? Well, it's funny because it's like a 6 and then like a 9 flipped over. I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy that shit for now.
They're hilarious.
And wifey's just in the background, like shaking her fucking head on them. And we, like, to the point where we had a conversation with the teachers, like, yo, this is a weenie. He's like, he's just spouting enough 69. And is there like a backstory to it? And he went over, like somebody in class was saying it. These kids are exposed to a lot of shit.
Yes.
I started thinking back to when I was a young boy at Tiffany Elementary, Bonita's finest. I heard the number 69. I was in 4th grade. My son is a 5th grader, so I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I had no idea what
Our
it
bad
meant.
information was connected to a computer, which was very stationary
I
at the time.
still don't know what 69 means.
And you could get busted at any time. Someone could open a door and find you looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Now these kids have that shit just in the palm of their hand. If your kid doesn't have it, doesn't mean one kid out of 35 doesn't have it. And that's the kid that they all gravitate to because I don't have one. You got one.
Our kids are exposed to everything. We are doing our best to protect them from. And there is not a goddamn thing. Big boy over here, fucking J Clip, he just dropped his daughter off at 6th grade camp today.
Oh,
That's an eye-opening experience for kids, man. If I could reflect on my 6th grade memory right now, I had my first kiss where I put my tongue in a girl's mouth in 6th grade.
Whoa.
Vanessa, what's cracking? I hope you're doing well. Like we got into snowball fights. We slept alone in a cabin with other dudes. Like that was
the crazy part.
That's like, we had to take a fucking shower in front of other dudes. I was like, what the? It's crazy, and it scares me because these kids are there. Yeah. They see a lot of shit. Oh, yeah. And I try to temper the kind of shit that we talk at home because I talk a lot of shit. I have fun. We talk a lot of shit. The kid, daddy, bad word. Oh, daddy, all you say is bad words. I say, yeah, read an article where the intelligent people say bad words.
I also win.
Yeah, I also win. So yeah, those are my Yahwehs and my Chales, all of the things. It's a crazy time.
It is.
And with everything going on in the world, and there's a lot. I suffer badly from shit going sideways, and I just turn it off. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Like the Korea thing, I saw a blurb, and I was like, I don't know. Overload. I don't want to know about this shit right now. The racism with Kanye, I know enough. I'm like, I don't want to see. What the fuck is he doing? And just everything that's going on, I'm like, oh my God. The one thing I did see is that Harvey Weinstein's penis pictures were shown in court to identify his fucking mutated penis. Because apparently that dude, he did some raw foul shit, bro. Like raping women and forcing women to do things that, he was a person of power and he did these things. And one of the girls that alleged he did something said he has like some shit wrong with his penis. And
Stop.
Yeah, it's very identifiable.
Yeah,
It's like egg-shaped or some shit.
Yeah, and they were like, no.
Oh
so they
my God.
made the evidence be revealed, and lo and behold, I guess there's something wrong with that dude's weenie and balls.
So that was their way of being able to identify.
Of course, Paulina laughs.
Paulina's here. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying though? Like, fuck, this is the world we live in, and we try to hide it from the kids at home. Like, oh, you don't want to do it. And wifey's like, oh no. It's out there.
And they went
It's
through a big,
everywhere.
expensive process just to take some pictures of it. If I was a judge knowing this piece of shit, I'd have been on the stand and like, stand up, show us now.
Bro.
Like, I would have made him do something, you know?
That's
like,
weird, but I'm down.
Yeah. I'm not going to waste taxpayer dollars on taking pictures of that thing. You're going to show us right now.
Talking about taxpayer dollars, let's take a break. Let's take a quick break with reassess and replan our strategy moving into the second half of the episode.
Sounds good.
All right. Ha 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 ha! And we're back.
It's good to be back.
I got so into talking shit about Kanye and everything that I completely glazed over your guys' Yahweh moments of the week.
No, it's
Before
'cause-
you jump into that.
I mean, that's a pretty Yahweh.
It's because we don't matter, man.
Oh.
This is the.
Do you need me to wear a Brown Lives Matter shirt for it to mean
This is the
anything?
Sexy Shamps show.
How quickly the shirt's
Award winning.
Award-winning.
2-time.
I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that DJ Sexy Lexy, Alexia, she is here right now, and we're going to get into some spooky ooky shit. I want to know if Satan is real. I want to know if ghosts exist. I want to know all of the things.
Yes.
And she has all of the answers. And she's going to give us a reading, and then I'm going to need a limpia right after
Wait,
that.
no, seriously?
No,
I'm down. I need one.
But
really bad.
are you capable? We'll get to that. We'll get to all that.
I need it, girl.
BJ, Barry Jesbera, at this moment, I would love it if you, my friend, could go over your Yahweh moment of the week.
Well, my Yahweh comes out of your favorite place, Florida.
Oh.
Fox News in Orlando.
My favorite people.
Posted a story about you should be terrified that children will be finding fentanyl in their Skittles.
What?
That's the new drug of choice these days is fentanyl. So that's going to be in all of your candy this year. You should be terrified. Don't trick or treat. Be scared of Halloween. That's what they always say. Every year it comes out with the same story. There will be drugs in your kids' candy. Like
Are they
when
trying
weed-
to kill Halloween for all of us?
I don't know what the point is, but like when weed became legal, they were like, "You're gonna get edibles in your candy." I'm like, "Well,
Good.
Every year, every single year, you guys, it's literally what happens. The DA releases something ridiculous, like, oh, you're going to find crack that looks like rainbow, and now you're going to find ecstasy. Ecstasy looks like sweet tarts, and blah, blah, blah. Now it's fentanyl. I understand that fentanyl's easy to make, right? I understand that it's affordable.
Take it easy, Breaking Bad.
And very
What the fuck is wrong with
dangerous.
you?
No, because I've read enough about this, and I mean, I obviously could bring a lot of this stuff too, but it's just like, I just like really like it's so annoying. Why do they keep trying to make
Scare
parents
tactics.
believe? Yeah, make parents. It's all scare tactics,
Yeah.
and the worst part is it's a government organization that released that shit. I'm like. No narco. Let me just make this
Say it
real
again,
clear.
say it again.
No narco is gonna sit there and like make bags of Skittles and sweet tarts to give your kids fentanyl. Literally.
Well, maybe the
Come on.
end game isn't to get them to the kids, more so to get them across the border. You know, maybe they're disguised as
Yes.
candies, so it's easier to transport and move around, right?
But it isn't going to magically get to your local Walmart, and you're not going to accidentally feed your kids 27 fucking fentanyls.
That's a lot, I'm
I'm
assuming.
sure.
That's
I'm
a lot
sure what
of
you're saying
fentanyl.
is true. Like it's getting
You know
mixed in with things, but like
That's what they're
it's-
trying to say. I'm like, come on. How many, I'm not even joking. Like, what I want to know is how many actual cases of drug overdose have been accidental children below 6?
No,
I'm
sir.
down to hear about it. I'm ready.
I don't look those stats up, Chef. I'm sorry.
But that's, the problem is I do because I can't stand this shit. Like, if the government's going to try to put something out there that is actual fear mongering, like maybe have actual substantial information to back that up. Instead, all they're saying is like that narcos and whoever, right?
Yeah,
Because of
just
course it's-
regular guys are
because
putting
it's always Mexico.
edible marijuana in your candy.
It's
Like
always Mexico bringing in all these drugs to like make
Bringing in
of our
all the
kids.
rapists.
Yeah, bringing in all the rapists, and you
well,
know
they fit so nicely in the Skittles bag.
I can't take you seriously. You look like a bleeding horse.
I look like it's a good costume. Just the head.
Oh, man. Halloween is scary, and I always feel that Halloween is on the brink of getting canceled, bro. Real talk. I feel
Never.
like I feel like it is.
No.
Jeffrey Dahmer, the outfit. Is that
Maybe a lot
something
of
that we
those.
should, should we celebrate something like that?
No.
You know, like, is that something that should be like, oh, let's celebrate a serial killer? You know, it's just kind of crazy. It's like, I feel like people tend to get away with shit right now. Women want to, dress provocatively, whatever. I mean, but yeah, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer now. It's like, I don't know. Thoughts from the abyss. Chef, what's your Yahweh moment of the week?
My Yahweh actually still goes back to F1, and it kind of has a lot to do with what we were talking about and just people always kind of shitting on each other. At the end of the F1 race, Checo obviously did not win. He was in
Checo
third place.
Perez, my favorite F1 racer of all time from Guadalajara. That's my guy.
Guadalajara. So in first place was Max Verstappen, who is the current Dutch reigning champion. He won his 14th race. He's setting a world record for doing that. Number 2 came in Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes. He hasn't had...
Is that the dude from British Columbia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lewis
the
Hamilton.
British Empire.
Black, beautiful human being from the UK.
UK, thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, from the
It's
UK.
the guy from the British.
From the United Kingdom.
on the quali.
And then it was Checo on third place. And so...
So he came in third.
Yeah, he came in third.
Okay.
But what was annoying to me is, like, I understand you support Red Bull because Checo is on the Red Bull team, right? But then when Lewis Hamilton comes out, the whole freaking stadium, exclusive of, like, me, my cousin, my family, starts booing.
Why?
Because they don't like Mercedes. They don't like Lewis Hamilton.
Why don't they like him? Is he a controversial figure?
He's not Checo, probably.
Because but also, like, since when did we become this, like, shit on culture? Like, it's like we keep
we've been that culture.
Talking got 2 awards for that.
Yes, you're right. And that
we have been that culture.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to always shit on other people?
Somos
to feel
carrilludos.
like, no, it's not carrilla though.
No,
that wasn't
Somos
carrilla.
cagapalos.
It would be cool if it was carrilla and it was fun. But like literally, Checo. There's pictures of Checo like going like no, like don't, because everybody was booing and Checo's like don't do that. Like it's a poor representation of our country. It has happened before. But it is a very poor representation when the whole fucking stadium goes up in boos.
Well, what about World Cup coming up and Mexico being notorious for screaming,
Puto! Exactly.
Like, and now, like, they're going to start...
They get points detracted.
They're going to start, like, forfeiting matches if countries can get their fans in check and make them, like, not do that shit.
Yeah.
But we've been that way. It's crazy. Yeah, but, I mean, it's crazy because I don't think we'll ever change that. You know, the puto one I feel is slowly kind of like, I
heard some boos even at like the Dodger Padre game, but it wasn't everybody. It was like some people like obviously being fucking obnoxious, but the majority of people were just like, dude, calm down. Like, it's not that fucking serious. You know, it's like,
what were they booing though? What were they booing?
The Dodgers, obviously.
Fuck yeah, till I die.
Hey, Peter's out there booing the Giants. We taught him how to do that. Yeah.
Well, maybe this is one that we just won't agree on, but
I agree with you. I think it's bananas, but I feel it's more of a cultural pride. They were proud of Checo for doing what he does,
It's that passion you have for
but it's a thin
whoever they
line.
love.
It's a thin fucking line, and I get it. I talk a lot of shit, so I'm the wrong person to ask. I like shit.
I think it's a sports thing too, because I remember going to a baseball game with my older brother, older cousin, and they were like arguing with these Yankee fans, like super hardcore. I thought they were gonna fight, and I'm like, hey, relax. And they're like, no, this is what we do. It's part of the thing.
Boys being boys.
But I think it's different when you're talking smack. Like, I've seen some of that, and I personally kind of love to see that because you start to see how fucking into it they are.
Oh, yeah.
Because like this motherfucker will seriously go to bat with other people and be like, no, but blah blah blah. Do you remember on this game in 1980? Blah blah blah.
Which I thought was a great characteristic trait to have until my fucking sons start doing it to me now. And now I'm like, oh my God. And then my wife would just look at me, she's like, I said, don't pat yourself too hard on the back. Do the same way.
I love you, Crystal.
Jeez, man.
God damn it, I love you. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton said it was awkward being booed all day by fans at the Mexican Grand Prix amid mounting tensions over the Red Bull cost gap breach. But home favorite Sergio Perez shakes his finger in disgust. There was like
pelos in the F1.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I'm about to start watching that shit.
Oh, friend, there is.
He wasn't shaking his fingers like more.
What's frustrating is too, like, Lewis Hamilton was like, I love Mexico City. This country is always like so incredible to me. I love visiting your, like, while he's talking about being so happy to be in second place, and mind you, I need you to know, like, Lewis Hamilton hasn't been in second place in a really long time.
Is that good or bad? Is he climbing or is he dropping?
He's climbing.
Okay.
So, like, this was a big deal. Like, this
nice.
was, like, I was happy for him. You know what I mean? And he was, like, sitting there going, yeah, you know, like, like, I love Mexico City, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's still like, boo. And you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, he's over here, like, talking well about your country. Like, I don't know. It was just, and it was only until, like, Checo kind of started waving his finger and, like, the cameras caught him that people started to kind of quiet it down. But it was super frustrating.
They were like,
that was Checo to everybody. That was Checo to everybody for sure.
And all those people paid so much money just to go out there and like be assholes. Like,
Yeah.
just
Well, and Lewis Hamilton
that's kind of the point.
I guess
It's kind of the point.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton has been known to be a little bit of a crybaby. But then again, so is fucking Max Verstappen. He's a crybaby too. They'll be like,
Fucking Max.
"Oh, it's hot out here. My tires have no grip. Oh,
What the fuck?
like, just
Chef,
like,
you're all about it, girl.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm so about it. But
That's
anyway, yeah,
fucking crazy.
yeah.
I learned I discovered a new layer on Chef. I was like, damn, you're all about
it's like talking to Steve about Millen Collins.
Just like, fuck.
You tell you their addresses.
It's bananas. Going to one of my favorite things is going to an opposing stadium decked out in Padre gear and talking shit, having a good time, and having them talk shit to me. If it gets physical, es otro pedo, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just saw a video last week. There's a dude that is at Petco over the bridge, getting into Petco. What is his name? I'm drawing a blank. Is an MC, and he's always rapping.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And every
I
fucking
passed him
game,
this last time.
game, he's there. And the kid's like, Slam D, hey, go. And the kids love saying it. They're all about it. That motherfucker took his game on the road to New York when the Padres were playing the Mets. It took all of 5 minutes for a New Yorker to put hands on him and knock him down.
Shut up.
Yeah, bro. And then another New Yorker was like, hey, fucking relax. He's not doing it. Hey, you just got to know where he's at. Respect.
Oh my God.
It's kind of fun. And I got news for you. I'm going to go to Chicago.
Put
that netbanger mask back on.
My views. I'm going to Wrigley Field next year to watch the Padres play the Cubs. Never been there. I hear they're a very good shit-talking community.
Beautiful. Oh, yes,
I look forward to it.
Chicago.
And then I'm going to shit on their pizzas. And then we're going to fly to Mexico City to watch the Padres play the Giants.
Hey.
I'm excited for shit like that. Because I like going all decked out and Padre whoop shit. And then like, fuck you, what's a Padre? And then, it's fun. It's fun. It's banter. But there is a line. And then when it gets crossed, I get it. Sexy Lexy. Sexy Lexy.
Welcome to the show.
That was a weird pivot.
Is there
so good at
anything in
transitions.
the world that has blown your mind lately? That is just, we call it our Yahweh moment of the week.
Blow my mind. Jeez, I don't
In
know.
a negative way. In a negative way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it again, but I think seeing the Kanye stuff did blow my mind out. Well, it didn't really blow my mind. I'm not even going to use that because I'm not even surprised by him, actually.
No? Do you think it's an act or do you think he's legit?
I think it's an act.
Yeah?
I think he's trying to get out of his contracts, and that's what he's doing.
And he did
And he's going crazy, but yeah.
But it's going to be too hard for him to pick up the pieces at one point.
Probably.
Shit.
Probably.
You are in the radio world.
Yeah.
So you get to listen to beefs and dramas like that from artists and whatever.
Sometimes, yeah, depending on what station I'm on that day.
Tell us a little bit about your radio history. Who is Sexy Lexy, the persona, the DJ, all of the things?
Well, I've been doing radio for a really long time. I just celebrated my 20-year anniversary in September.
Yeah, 20 years. Felicidades.
It's a crazy industry, but right now I work for Z90, local media San Diego, and so we have Z90 in the building, 91X, MAgic 92.5, and Big FM. And so I'm on Z90 weekends, and then I'm a fill-in person for 91X. So anytime anyone on there goes on vacation, I'm like there
Hell
for
yeah.
them, like the entire time.
Nice.
And MAgic 92.5 also.
What's your favorite station to represent?
Shoot, that's a hard one.
Why?
I love all three.
Yeah?
I love all three.
Which one loves you
for
the most?
different things. I don't know.
So he's just trying to get you a trap. Don't do
You know
it.
what I do
Diplomatic
know?
answer. That was great.
You know what I do know, though? I do know that there's certain stations that have more listeners and more people that call in and that are very supportive, and or even me, like when I'm filling in, I'll get Instagram tags because they're listening to either 91X or MAgic 92.5 when I'm
That's pretty awesome.
but like, yeah, so I know that 91X is a big deal, I think, in San Diego,
You're not from San Diego.
No, not originally.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Modesto, California.
What's the capital of Modesto?
Sacramento is the capital.
No, but Modesto's known for what?
Oh, I don't know. Water, health, contentment. There's like some weird.
Not what I would have thought of, but
But whatever.
They put it on all brochures.
Seriously, what is it known for? I mean, Modesto. Is what it goes
Modesto.
by.
Isn't that crazy? Halloween in Modesto must be fucking awesome. Everyone's on a sick one, walking
You
like
know
zombies
what?
on the street.
They're all just like Walt.
Always. I don't. You know what? Like, I know people try to make fun of where I'm from, but like, I literally lived there because my parents worked in the fields.
Yeah,
that's why
that's
our
the
family
primary reason Mexicans we lived up there.
in the Central Valley.
yeah, Central
so
Valley.
that's exactly why we were there, and I'm proud of that.
Eso. Damn, make me feel like an asshole. I wasn't making fun of Modesto.
Yeah, it is.
So you've been in radio for 20 years.
Yes.
That's how people know you. He's just started doing the podcast. Tell me a
Yes,
little bit about your podcast.
So I've always wanted to do like a show on spooky stuff because I love everything spooky, Halloween, ghosts, all of that. And for a long time. And I used to do little segments on some of my shows where I would go out to haunted places and we would film and stuff like that. But like lately, I haven't been able to talk about my love for spooky stuff. And, you know, so I teamed up with Eric.
Casas the God.
And, yeah.
You mean he
and-
discovered you?
Yeah, he discovered you. I believe the list goes Killers, Sexy Lexy.
Yeah.
On his greatest
We were
discoveries.
just having this like talk, and we were like, let's just do it, you know. And so we started it, and I have a good friend of mine. Her name's Aubrey, and she loves the same thing, and
Hell
she
yeah.
really loves talking, and you know.
Damn, what
so
are
it
you
just
doing,
works
Casas?
out. It just works out. So yeah, we talk about everything spooky, you know.
What's it called?
It's called When Frightening Strikes.
When Frightened. And it's available everywhere.
I think almost everywhere. Yeah.
Well, you're on Spotify, which I think is like
Yeah.
pretty much the only one it needs to be on. You
Yeah.
know, Apple and Spotify now. Spotify, you guys have video on there. Hey, guys, so how the fuck we gonna get video on our Spotify? All right, cool. We're good. We're set up for that. Hell yeah!
sweet.
Oh, this is the
that
perfect one to
awesome.
start with video on.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do believe in ghosts.
Tell me about some of that shit. I need to learn because I'm a big naysayer for the paranormal. I don't believe. I don't believe.
You have a ghost.
I don't believe in it though. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's
why?
real. No, say it. I'd rather not believe in it. I guess.
Are you scared?
I think so. I think that's probably my easy
You don't
out.
have to be scared.
No?
Like, there's a ghost at my house right now, and I'm not scared of it. And
There-
it's a little boy with a bowl cut. I haven't seen
The
him.
Edgar cut?
But no, I haven't seen him.
Sock checking you.
Exactly. It's a little boy with an Edgar cut. He's supposedly like this tall, but I haven't seen him, but my roommate has
Yeah?
seen him. Yeah.
So San Diego's pretty haunted.
San Diego's super haunted.
A ver,
I
pues
mean, it's one
cuéntame.
of the oldest towns, you know. But I mean, there's so many haunted locations here. Obviously, the Whaley House it's a like national top haunted house of America. One of them, you know. There's also the is it the Heath Horton or Davis Horton House in downtown? The Horton Grand Hotel, the Hotel Del. There's Villa Montezuma.
Venga su madre, brother.
Yeah,
We
there's
live in this town. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the El Campo Santo Cemetery. There's Pioneer Park.
Have you ever experienced any
I have
paranormal shit?
I have experienced
Like
some
what?
paranormal shit.
She got sock checked by Little Edgar.
Well, I actually told this story on our podcast, but
When frightening strikes.
well, there's a couple of things, you know. I think I have seen something once, and I don't think I have a sixth sense though. Let me just tell you, like, because like I said, I live in a haunted house, and they tell me all the time it's haunted, and I've never experienced anything. Maybe the ghost is scared of me. I don't know, but
Maybe. Look
What do you do that
why
scares
haven't I seen
ghosts?
him?
Chef looks like she just saw a ghost. She's like, Inga su madre.
You know, but there was this one time when I think I first, when I was in high school, is when I first saw a ghost, and we were out partying, my cousin and I, on the weekend, and we came home really late. It was like almost getting to daylight, like 5 a.m. We're like 16, 17 years old, you know, and we're walking up. It's Christmas time, and we have a big window in the house I grew up in, and there's this Christmas tree. And I could see in the couches in front of the window, so it's like lit up, but you can see if somebody's sitting on the couch.
Uh-huh.
And
I like where this is
see
going.
somebody sitting on the couch, and I was like, "Shit, my mom's awake," because my mom is she likes to stay up late, and I was like, "Fuck, what are we gonna talk? What are we gonna tell her? Like, let's come up with a story real quick." And we're like standing in our like walkway, and me and my cousin come up with a story. We both see somebody sitting on the couch, and I assumed it was my mom, like I said, because it was late. And then I open the door and the couch is like right here. So I open the door, I go, hey, Mom. And there's literally no one sitting there. And the seat was warm. Oof. I touched it. And we were tripping
Seat
out.
warmers, that's fancy.
And no one was in the house, actually, because
Your mom
my
was
parents were gambling. Yeah, they weren't even there. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, what was that? And so, whatever. We went to sleep, but yeah.
Is it because of that you believe in ghosts then?
I think that was pretty much no, I think I always did because my mom always told me scary stories all the time of experiences she had.
Another Mexican thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we scare the shit out of our kids.
Yeah.
Te va a agarrar la mano peluda, viejo. And I was like, what?
Yeah, my mom, I believe, has a sixth sense because she's experienced them on a higher level than I have. And I'm just like, I always grew up with tons of stories of everything you could think of.
You identify as a witch.
I mean, I don't. We're all witches.
Go ahead.
Everybody has a witch in them. Everybody that identifies that way has something inside of them that they, whatever it is, whether they like to, practice magic or they believe in crystals or cleansings or limpias, like all of that. So I think everybody that has that vibe has a little bit of witch in them.
I had a friend when I was growing up, and his mom was a witch, and I just thought it was like, oh, okay, that's funny, but no, I'm a Wicca witch, Steve. And I was like, what is? Yeah, and I was like, what is that? She's like, we believe in a lot of things. And I was like, all right, I never went to that house again, fool. I was like, I'm not fucking hanging out with them. But
No.
Scary story, something that happened to you. Have you experienced anything like that?
Wait, you did not tell me that this was what we were going to be talking about. So I and my family have a sixth sense. So I see ghosts all the time.
Yeah.
En serio?
Yeah. So I come into a space and I can tell that somebody's there. I can tell you how many people, like I can tell you male, female. So it's really hard for me to, whenever I'm like going to rent a house, for example, like I can feel it as soon as I'm like, nope, can't live here. Got to get out of here. Like there's places that I walk into and I'm like, got to get out of here.
When you were at the studio at the brewery and you did a podcast there with me, and did you,
it's fucking weird.
Right?
Downstairs only though.
Yeah.
Not upstairs.
Apparently somebody lives there. And then to the point where
it's
I put
a male, right?
Yeah, it's a dude. And I put water with the cap on and I left. And that's what Chef Letty was telling me to do. Déjale una ofrenda. Leave him some bread. So I did. I left him a pan from Machete.
Had a bite.
Yeah, and he had a fucking bite. Not a gnaw. It was like a bite. And the water was unscrewed and the half of it was drank. And nobody had access to this room. And I didn't tell anybody. What I was doing. Yeah, I just left it there. And I came back the next day and it was like, unscrew, bro. And he gnawed at the fucking at the bread too. Like it looked like like two big like gopher teeth like went into it. And I was like, all right, motherfucking, I hope there's a orthodontist in the afterlife because this motherfucker might.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Hey, wait, I didn't know you were about that life, bro.
It's not that I'm about that life. I think
that life's about
life
you.
chose her.
My family is like that. My mom and me have like really weird things. Me and my mom and my daughter, we all communicate.
Okay, so your daughter has it as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
one time my mom reached out, my daughter wakes up and she's like, we got to go to grandma's house. And my daughter was like 6 or 7. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, grandma's not feeling okay. Like, we got to go to grandma's house. And like from like waking up, like woke me up. And I was like, okay. So I called my mom. My mom was like, I couldn't sleep all last night. My back is hurting really bad. Can you take me to the hospital?
Wow.
So like had to go take my mom to the hospital and stuff. And it was because my daughter was like, we have to go to grandma's house. Grandma's not feeling well. Like grandma's not okay. But she couldn't tell me what it was. But this type of stuff has happened all the time. Like one time I was living in Tijuana. I was living by myself. I had an apartment that I was renting with a roommate. And I was like one of those teenagers, whatever, that would like plaster their walls with like clippings of like, posters and like
Menudo, Ricky Martin,
magazines.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Shut up.
Of all of the fucking bands.
Shut up. He was hot. He was hot. Anyway.
Because I know that I already have.
I know that one, huh?
So yeah, I had like my walls plastered with stuff. And so my room was like almost like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's like almost like a half room where like you have one door on one side and one door on the other. Like you're almost like a pass-through room. So anyway, I was
That was Brandon Walsh's room in 90210. Brenda was next to him. They shared a bathroom. Go
Pass-through
ahead.
room. We all know.
Okay. So I was the pass-through room. And so my friend was she was at work. Like she wasn't there. She had just gotten separated from her husband. So like nobody was at the house. And I was having like a really stressful day. I went home. I knew that this house was haunted. Like, I knew that there was a man there because I could feel him every time I would get in the shower. I would feel creeped out, like somebody was watching me, like a perv.
No.
So that would always creep me the fuck out, and I would be like, "Déjame en paz," like I would like tell him in Spanish.
Did he listen?
Yeah, like he would go away. You just have to tell them, like, like or some days, like I would come home and I could like feel him in the room, and I would be like, "Today is not the fucking day. Like, leave me the fuck alone,"
And
like,
he would obey you.
And he would leave.
Inga su madre, that's an obedient ghost.
So that day, me and my mom had gotten in a huge argument. Me and my mom weren't speaking. I was living in Tijuana back then, and I was really upset. Like, I was really, really sad. And I was like laying down, and I had like almost like a twin size bed, and I had like again, like everything is plastered on the walls and stuff, and then I had like a bureau, and then like 2 little bureaus, right? And then so I'm like sleeping, and I'm like against the wall this way.
You sleep sideways?
Yeah, I do.
How do
I sleep
you?
on my sides. So I like was sleeping toward the wall, and I started crying because I was like so upset, like just that I wasn't getting along with my mom, and it was just like really upset, and I was crying and crying and crying. And I finally was like, like just relaxed, right? And like I said, like a little prayer or whatever. And then all of a sudden I kept hearing like crackling, like somebody was running their hands against the wall. And I got so like, it still gives me the chills. Like I was like, oh fuck. Like he had never physically presented himself. I could feel his energy, but he had never physically, and it's like giving me chills still. He had never like physically done anything that like made me realize he was in the space. And so the fact that it was like again, paper with plastic, you know what I mean? Like on the wall, like you can tell. And I was just like, oh my God, dude. And so like I was just like closing my eyes, like, and I was like, don't look. But of course, what the fuck do you want to do?
Yeah.
You gotta look.
You gotta fucking look.
What do you look like?
Yeah.
So as I fucking turn, he's going through the door into my friend's room, and all we had were curtains. So the curtain is like a full-on person walking. You know what I'm talking about.
Inga su madre.
Walks through the fucking all the way into the room, and then the fucking thing flies. And I was like,
wow.
like I fucking got up. I got dressed. I was like, nope, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I went outside. Back then I was smoking. I like smoked like 4 cigarettes.
Marijuana.
No.
Evil brand. The pre-roll.
Evil brand joint. Before the evil brand joint.
Wow.
But
You think he was trying to calm you down, or be like, "I'll give you
I
something
don't
to cry
know.
about"?
I don't know if he was like,
Sana colita de rana.
yeah, I don't know if he just wanted to be like, you're not alone or something. Because I was not in a good headspace. I was really sad, and I felt very alone. So maybe he was just trying to be like, you're not alone. But it just creeps you the fuck out.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
there's no like when you're
Fuck.
So-
Chef.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
F1 fan and fucking
6 cents.
Six
right here.
Cents,
Is
bro.
Bruce Willis here right
my
now? Just
God.
look around.
They call them, I think.
Yeah. Well, and that's like earlier when you said like I don't have a 6th sense. I think that's wrong
all
in my
do,
opinion.
probably. It's just
we all
not
have
as
it.
strong.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's how open you are.
Yeah.
And I say that because after that, I closed myself off for a really long time.
Yeah.
You're able to.
Yeah, I closed myself off because I didn't want to fucking hear it. I was like, nope, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to do nothing.
Damn,
And so-
fool, I don't know what I would do if something like that happened to me. I think I would fucking have a meltdown.
You're closed off, dude. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
bro,
it.
I
You're
don't-
good.
But you're closed off. You don't
Yeah.
believe, so that's why you're not going to see it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't believe
We've been
in
trying to
you.
get you to open up week after week.
Hey, 5 hours later, Inga su madre.
Oh my
And they're
God.
punching the conch out
I'm
like,
a big weenie. Like, I'm a big chicken shit when it comes to stuff like that. I remember being at the house when I grew up in Allá en Bonita, and it respalgaba. The backyard was a high school.
Okay.
You know, so it was our backyard, and then over the backyard was like empty land, and then over there was the high school. So I'd always be back and forth. And my parents were gone, and my sister nobody was there. It was just me alone. I was doing homework, and I heard footsteps coming up the stairs, you know, and I was like, that's fucking weird. I didn't hear the garage door open.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm in my room, and I just hear that like somebody like coming up the stairs. I'm like, all right, somebody's here. Fucking better put my pants on. Whatever, you know, like I felt somebody coming upstairs.
Better put these Kleenex and
No more hanging out naked. And and I just kept looking out my door, just waiting for the fucking person or whoever was coming up. It never happened. It felt like it stopped right before
you knew you were
I
naked.
could see
Like
it.
it
Like
hit the top, yeah.
right before I could see like somebody coming up, it stopped. And I just waited. I'm like, yo, who's there? Chunga? That's what I call my sister. Ama, pa? Nada, nothing. I got up and I just kind of heard, and I was like, I'm out, bro. I bolted. I already took the screen off my window because it was a menace to society. I would jump in and
The one
out.
you peed out of?
Easy access. Yeah. I told you that story? I'll tell you about that one right now, too.
You did.
So I jumped out.
All the best people pee out of our
Dude,
windows.
I jumped out of a fucking window and there's a deck and I was just there waiting. And then I saw a shadow coming up the stairs and then I just jumped over the fucking fence and before the high school, like a little area, and just waited there. To my parents, nobody believes me when I do this shit. That's another reason I just kind of like, whatever. I guess I don't believe it. I guess it never happened.
So, did you think it was a person or a ghost?
I didn't know if it was, I didn't think it was a person because that
Yeah, you
was
didn't
it.
see anything.
Yeah, there was nothing there. There was
Yeah.
nothing there. And I was like,
I have a similar story that happened to me too, like similar to that. It was also when I was in high
Come
school.
on.
Yeah, so I was home and I'm gonna like go back in the days, but back in the AIM days and when you're downloading music and hanging on your computer, chatting, whatever. This is high school. And I was doing that. I was hanging out and my parents were gone. It was just me at home, and around 9:30, somebody knocks on the door, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Nobody told me they were coming over or anything, and this is like, I don't know. To me, it was late. It was Sunday night. I go and I look out the window. I don't see anybody there, so I'm like, what the hell? That was weird. I'm not even going to answer the door, So I go back on the computer, hanging out. An hour goes by. Again, somebody knocks.
Fuck, I'm hanging onto the desk.
His knuckles are all white.
I was like, yes, what happened there?
Yeah, somebody knocks on the door again, and I go back out to the living room area, and I didn't see anybody, so I was like, that's so weird. Is somebody playing a trick on me? Like, what is going on? And so whatever, I go, I hang out on the computer. It's like now 12:30. Again, somebody knocks.
Sexy Lexy is pretty A/S/S/L. Age, sex, location. For you youngsters, the group chats were where it's at.
That was like the first thing you'd see pop up when somebody joined the room.
Sex,
too.
location. 17 Bonita.
Oh my god! What was your AOL name?
Laser Latino. What?
Oh my god! Oh, you got a new name in my phone now. Oh, I'm changing it right now.
It was given to me.
Laser
That's because I was a drummer, and they're like, "Damn, you move like lasers, and you're Latino." I've said too much.
Do you remember
No le
yours?
pito.
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
Okay, so anyway, so I'm like 12:30. I don't see anybody, and then a whole hour goes by. Now it's 1:30 in the morning. And the knock changes instead of
Holy shit!
Oh,
As we get one here, damn.
What the fuck was that?
it was just like that. It was what I was gonna say is that it was like boom, 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 boom. Like if it
No,
was the
joking
police.
aside, what the
Should I
fuck
go
was
check on
that?
Justin?
Fuck you guys.
Give it a look. See what's going
Let's
on.
see if he's
Is
okay.
everything okay in there?
He likes to fall off things, I've heard.
That was crazy. Well, you should tell. Do you feel something now?
No.
Is there something with us?
That was weird though.
No, next door they do a lot of shipping. So yeah, but that was right on cue, fool. That was like right
Shipping ghosts or what?
I didn't plan that.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's like boom, 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 boom. And now I'm like, oh, hell no. And I didn't even look that time because I was just like, this is scary. And the only like place that I felt safe was in my hallway because there was no windows. And so I call my a family member that lives nearby. And I was like, hey, did you stop by the house? And she's like, what? Why would I stop by? It's like 1:30. I go, I don't know. I just thought maybe you're the one that lives closest to us. And she was like, no, I didn't stop by there. What's wrong? And then while I'm on the phone with her, boom, 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 again. And I was like, somebody's banging on the door. I looked outside like 3 times. I haven't seen anybody. I don't know what's going on out there. And she was like, what is that noise? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm so scared, And basically, I called her, and then I ended up calling my parents, and they're like, oh, we're almost home. And I called my brother, my sister. Everybody shows up at the same time, and
Nada pasó.
nothing was there.
That's
and I never
fucking
saw
crazy.
anything.
Oh, my God.
And so I've heard
This
stories.
has been the most intense I've felt. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm sweaty.
And so I've heard stories that sometimes they say that's like death knocking at the door or
What?
something like that. Something spooky. Yeah.
So you don't just scare ghosts, you scare death, apparently.
The fuck?
I've always
Never
felt that.
answer the door.
I've never felt that I've had special powers like
There was
that.
nothing, huh?
But I've always felt like I've been protected from shit like that, or like somebody's
Yeah,
getting
you
my
are
back.
protected.
Yeah,
By your ancestors.
I feel like somebody's got my back because since we're telling stories, I remember we would be left alone a lot because my parents would be at work. So it was my sister and me hanging out at the house. And one day I remember some guy came to the door, knocked on the door, and his hand was behind his back the whole fucking time. Like he was like this, and I just kind of creaked it open. It's like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, we're here to check something. I don't even remember. We were here to check something. I was like, and I got that bad vibe right off the get. I got that bad vibe, and I said, hold on, let me call my dad. Oh, your parents? I was like, yeah, hold on. Jefe! Nobody was there.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was there. I was all alone, but I was like, I was astute.
Yeah.
I'm quick on my feet. I like to think that I'm on point. He kept his hand behind his back the whole time. And he's like, hold on, let me get my dad. He'll be right down. He's like, no, it's okay. And he fucking dipped. And then he just he got into a van and he left. Like, not a fucking, like some van for working, like a utilities van. It was just like a Freddy Candy's van. Like, it was all creepy, Like, it looked all creepy, and he dipped. And I was like, shit, if I would have opened that door all the way, that would have been it.
that would have been bad.
That would have been
God only
it.
knows.
Yeah.
It would have been like the movie Strangers.
What's that? Go ahead.
Well, it's a scary movie. It's like kind of like a home invasion type of movie where somebody comes and knocks at the door and
Can't have that
Like,
shit.
hell.
Oh, man. My kids are scared of everything. We just let them watch Beetlejuice over the weekend and Ghostbusters. So this morning, all three of those motherfuckers were in our bedroom. All three of them came into the room.
Baby.
Yeah,
I know. They forgot about Ferris Bueller.
Elbow
Then.
in my face. Yeah, we showed him Ferris Bueller 2 weeks ago, and he the whole week he was trying to call in sick to school. I don't feel good, Mom. I can't go to school. I was like, what the fuck is that? Very impressionable, my children.
Isn't it so crazy how times have changed? Because when we were little, like scary movies, it was just a part of it.
I
Like,
saw Exorcist when I was like 8.
Yeah.
When I was like 8, a little fucking.
Were you traumatized?
Well, look at me now. What the fuck? I'm scared of everything. I'm fucking scared. I'm scared of everything. Like everything. So
Wait to hear my ghost story.
dude,
Oh, do you have
I
one
got
for
it.
us?
what happened?
Spooky stories.
Your
So
mom-
I've
your
already
mom
told
took
one
away
on
the
this
Miracle Whip?
podcast, but I got lots of ghost stories.
what?
So the first one I told, I'll let you guys go back and find it in the old episodes because I don't like to beat a dead horse.
Oh,
Oh, God.
But
Jesus.
this next one is
Somebody kick him
actually it's kind of interesting because I don't know, I'm grabbing the microphone stand. I'm just gonna put it down here. That makes me nervous. So. I was hanging out at home one time and I felt this presence. It's one of those things where like you get the goosebumps in the back of your neck.
Oh, yeah.
And
Se te pone chinito el pie.
I had one of those old boom boxes. It's like the fucking like they came in 3 colors. It was blue, green, or silver. I had the green one, but it was like little like an alien head, kind of like everybody had like an ant or some shit,
Yeah.
And like you'd fucking record the fucking 91X on the fucking on the tape. So I was recording a tape one day. And I fucking, felt this presence. But I was like, whatever, I'm recording Rancid right now. Record that shit. Went back to play it back, and it did not play me Rancid. It played me like this, like old-timey, weird fucking, like, weird shit. And, like, you can only record it off the radio. I learned the song. I'll play it for you now. It's creepy as fuck.
You know it.
No.
It's the way you're going to open.
I'd give up forever to touch you. Because I know that you feel me somehow.
Oh, my God.
I had to. I'm sorry. It was too
What a weenie.
Somebody put
I do have ghost stories, though.
Well, we don't want to hear them anymore now, you fucker. You had your chance.
That was
Look
good.
I'll leave you with this one before we go into answering questions and we get more witch and spooky questions for Sexy Lexy.
For somebody that said that you don't believe, you have a lot of fucking stories.
I do. We used to have the Ouija board at the house, and I vetted my sister, and she swears that she didn't do it. We would do it, and we'd fuck around, and I would fuck around with it, like, we're moving or whatever. And
What's your favorite number? 69.
Then my son comes up, hey, Dad. No, like we would fuck with it, and I remember like just messing around with it, and we started asking it questions like, who lives here? Well, wow, woo, woo. And it started spelling names out. And I was like, okay, you doing that? I was like, no, are you? I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, legit, I'm doing it. And then I threw it out. It was getting a little weird and I want nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Okay, so I put it in its box. I walked it to the fucking trash can way.
This
I put
is
it
for real?
This is fucking for real. And my sister
man.
still doesn't believe me,
Yeah.
but it happened because I put it in the trash and then in the next morning it was under my bed. Yeah. And I said, who the fuck did that? Like, nadie me dijo. It could be very well that one of my cousins next morning came in and tried to fuck with me, but I threw it out.
Wow.
And it came right back the next day.
Wow.
I
I've
know.
heard that story about Ouija boards. That's why I've never
we don't have a
owned
fucking,
one.
Oh my God.
Like I hear you
Dime
can't
algo,
get rid
chef.
of
You're
them.
just looking at me like I'm going to die after this episode. What's going on?
No. I 100% believe they brought it back. Yeah. Ouija boards.
Are they real? Like,
I
it's
mean-
real?
Board's trying to throw me away because I can't read.
She's the expert here, but
Well, I've actually never played the Ouija board because it scares me. Like,
should
I
do
think
it
it's
here.
scary.
I just think like what I was raised like old timey Mexican witches, which is what they call them now, right? But back then they were not called brujas.
Yeah.
You that's not what you were called. But you just didn't mess with that kind of stuff because there's dark and there's white, right? And so, it's one of those kinds of things, right? But I mean, I don't know, man. You don't mess with that. But I think a lot of that also is stemmed from religion, right? Because most Latinos, most Mexicanos are very Christian based. So anything that has to do with like the devil or whatever, it always skews toward that. But I have a really good one.
Ooh, go.
And it goes back to the AIM days. So for those of you who don't know what AIM is, AIM was AOL Instant Messenger.
Hell yeah.
You had to like dial up and be able to connect that way. Yeah, you've got mail.
The good
still
old
got
days,
mine.
yeah.
So I had a really, really good friend who I chatted with all the time. He lived in Chula Vista. It wasn't like, we were far away or anything. But we like pretty much chatted every day. And then we would go on to like, he was like my first gay friend, like very openly gay. And so we would just like go on like group chats and like, like mess with people and like be like, oh my God, that guy, can you believe what he said? Right? They're just being silly teenagers. So my parents were very distrusting, right? Like, of course, they did not trust anything that we did, and especially not me. I was like super extrovert. Oh yeah, I was the worst. So our living room, which is my house now, when you come out of the hallway, like you walk into the living room, right? And to the left is like the kitchen, and then so anyway, the hallway ends, and right there in front, there's kind of like a wall, right? So my parents put the computer and the desk right there, so that even if my mom peeked out of the window, like out of her her door from her bedroom, she could see what I was looking at on the computer, right? But I would stay up until like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's like an employer.
Totally.
What are you doing?
Totally. So like you were never kind of like facing away, right?
Yeah.
Like if you were on the computer, everybody knew what you were looking at. So anyway, me and Cosmo, that was his name. Me and Cosmo.
Laser Latino.
Yeah, right? Me and Cosmo were like on chatting, and at that
I
point,
fucked up with that one, bro.
Oh, it's already in my phone. It's already saved.
As soon as it left my mouth, I'm like, God, whatever.
That's the name of my next band.
DJ and the Laser Latinos. As you were.
So I'm chatting with him, and at this point, it's late at night, and as you remember, like a lot of the chat rooms would kind of go very quiet.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was just me and him just kind of chatting and browsing the internet and finding random things back when, there wasn't just scrolling, right? You would search the internet for stuff.
Yeah.
So we were kind of doing that, and then he instant messages me, and it pops up, and he goes, "Heads up, your dad's behind you." So then I was like, all right, cool. Right? So I'm like, yeah, okay, no big deal. So I just keep doing what I'm doing, like close out the screen that I'm on, right? Because my dad's coming up from behind me. And so then I like turn around to like, because, right? I'm like, my dad's behind me. So I turn around and I'm like, okay, my dad's, and so I respond and I'm like, my dad is not behind me. And he was like, yeah, your dad was walking behind you. And I was like, dude, my dad is not walking behind me. My dad, I don't know if you got how your parents are, but my dad, when he gets up at night or in the morning, he grunts. Like he's like, like
I'm starting to do that now.
You know what I mean? Like he like grunts,
Apparently we unlocked the elevator at 30.
So my dad is like a loud walker, like when he wakes up, he's very loud. So I was like, dude, like if it was my dad, like, he's like, your dad's right behind you. Oh. And I was like, like fucking not literally freaking out, but like inside freaking out. Like,
yeah,
what
you
the
just
fuck?
Freeze up.
Hold on, that's the worst. The worst part is that's not over. So I'm just like, oh my God. So I like freeze, right, and I'm like, and I can only see him. I cannot see myself because I don't know if you guys remember back then you had to click to see yourself.
Okay.
Right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When you had like you would have to like click to see yourself. So I was like, do I click? Do I not click? And I was like, okay. So then I like grab the mouse, and as I like grab the mouse to like go to do that, I feel right here on my ear.
Oh.
I was like, nope, just got the fuck up. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Pinchy chef.
I was like, nope, got fucking up. I was like, nope. I fucking closed it. I called him, like, because I had like one of those little mini flip phones. I remember my first Sprint phone, and I like called him, and I was like, that was not my dad. Somebody just fucking blew in my ear. He was like, are you fucking serious? I was being so loud in my room that my mom woke up, and she was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, Mom, this happened. And she was like, oh, yeah.
It's time I tell you about our sixth sense.
Wow.
No, yeah, well, it wasn't even, I already knew. We have, at my house, there is a man. He's been, my whole family, we know him. I've tried sealing the door multiple times. He comes from the garage, which is like the third bedroom that we have, which is now my like a glam room. But he comes from the garage, and I've tried sealing that door.
What does that mean? Just like actually
Doing
sealing
blessings
it?
and stuff.
Like it's like you with intention. You you cleanse it, and then you ask different.
That feels persistent.
Yes.
Persistent paranormal.
And like you
It's
can
coming from the garage, it's a
you can
Theo.
try to like seal a space, but like unless you're like a really heavy, from what I understand, unless you're like a really big witch or like somebody that really has like powers, then you can actually seal it. I've
Lexi.
successfully sealed it for like maybe like 2 to 3 to 4 months. But then later it's like fucking he's here again, like and shit gets moved around the house and he does it on purpose. Like
Good or bad?
He's mischievous. He's just mischievous. He's not like bugging, but he's mischievous, which fucking irritates me.
Tremendo el vato.
Yeah.
What's his
And
name?
I don't know.
You haven't named him yet?
I don't know.
Is it bad to name?
I don't want to.
I was
So,
gonna- Yeah.
have you ever
think
looked
you're
up the
supposed to name
history
them.
maybe of your house or anything?
Yeah, but
There's nothing?
The house was built like in the 1940s, so it's not like it would. He's definitely somebody that was there before my house was built. Because
Just a Theo looking for a
my
wrench.
my dad's seen him a couple of times because my dad usually leaves like really, really early in the morning, and like 3, 4 in the morning sometimes. And so when he would get up and ready to go to work, he'd jump in his truck, turn on the car, and my mom's car would be in front. And the guy would kind of just be like leaning back, like smoking a cigarette, and he has like a hat, like almost like a cowboy hat.
The Marlboro Man.
Like sort of. But he's
Sitting
my
next to a
dad.
campfire.
What's crazy is my dad was like, yeah, he kind of does look like me, like body structure,
Wow.
like he's like a big dude. He's not like a thin, lanky kind of. No, he's like a big dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I didn't know this was going to turn out like this, guy.
There's a
It's Halloween, guys.
I stay up all night watching scary movies and shit. Doesn't bother me.
This
When you start
bothers
telling
me.
ghost stories, and I'm like,
Yes.
even if like I'm talking to someone I know it's bullshit, I'm like, tell me more.
I come from a family on my mom's side and probably on my dad's side too, because they're from like Mexicali, bro. So there's shit going on in that house where they
so
grew up.
much.
But my mom is from like Guadalajara, and they were raised in Tijuas and Colonia Libertad. So I feel like they're kind of in tune in that shit, because I grew up listening to like scary stories from experiences that they
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Ve la tienda, necesitamos leche, se están haciendo tarde, like shit like that. Like, and you don't listen, and you finally go and you see some shit, you know? All that shit scares the fuck out of me, which is probably why I don't ever see things, or I don't like.
don't want to
I don't
believe?
want to
'Cause
believe.
then you'll be scared.
I'm scared already, dude. And it reminded me of this one time. This one time it was my wife now and girlfriend at the time. We were young, doing what
wife
young
and a girlfriend? Look at you go.
doing what young lovers do. We went to fucking Proctor Valley Road. All right, so we went to Proctor Valley Road.
I hear about it.
And then we drove on the off-road part. I had a
Different
truck.
kind of ghost out
Yeah,
there.
and they looked a little like you in sheets.
I cut the top off this one.
I wanted to talk about building a wall or some shit. So we were driving by there, and we made it out. Like, oh, this wasn't scary, no, whatever. But there was a car behind us, and the car was with us. Like, and if you know what Proctor Valley Road is, it's like off-road for a while. It's bumpy. It's dark.
Yeah.
Not that way. It's
Yeah.
it's closed off to everything. And at night, it's super dark. And you can only see like maybe 5 to 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
you got your high beams on, and you're going fast, but not too fast. So yeah, we see a light coming behind us, and it followed us all the way from Proctor Valley Road to all the way down Old Bonita, like where Sunnyside is, and fucking San Miguel Ranch Road, all those pinche ranchitos over there. And it just kept following us. And what the fuck? Like, this guy, was he going the same place we are? So we finally got to the 805 freeway where, hasta el pinche Denny's. And when he pulled up right next to us, he pulled up right next to us, and it was the creepiest person with like red eyes. And wifey and me looked at each other, and then we looked, and that fucker just dipped, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, to this day, we don't know what happened.
Is it grasshopper delivery guy?
No. It was that one was weird, and we were like, "What the fuck was that?" And it left, and we never really talked about it again, man.
My mom used to
Love that
work
shit.
at Verona Casino. In fact, her and my dad. My dad was the kitchen manager there. My mom was like the F&B supervisor, and there was talk about how up like Verona Road, there would always be like this. People would see this Indian walking on the side of the road, and if you guys have ever been to Verona during the winter, it is like ice. Like there's like black ice, like there's snow, like it can get really, really cold out there. So it's like 20 degrees, like, it's cold. And this motherfucker's out there like in straight up, like almost like what you would imagine like an American Indian would look like, And And that's apparently like one night my mom was driving and all she thought to herself was, mira este cabrón no tiene frío. Like, and then she just kept driving. And then the next day somebody told her, oh, you must have seen like the Indian that everybody sees. And my mom was like, wait, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
I'm not leaving the house today, motherfuckers. I'm not fucking leaving the house. I'm going to be at home just fucking watching church on TV or some shit. Fuck, bro. Wait, no mames.
That's scary too.
Oh, have us some questions. Let's get some questions.
Let's get some lighthearted questions, please.
I was going to say, if you ever do want to know if somebody's ever passed away in your house, there's a site called diedinhouse.com.
Stop.
Wait,
Diedinhouse.com. It costs like $10 to find out if somebody died in your house.
And I'm out.
It's not my site, but I have been curious sometimes when I
Have you been on there?
I've done my old house and the house I'm at now.
We should do an episode. I'll pay the
Died my
$10. We'll
house?
find out all of our addresses.
Bro, well, there was once upon a time. I don't want to tell this one because wifey doesn't like when I tell this one. Which means I'm going to fucking tell it.
Hi, wifey.
We were at the house. Somebody passed away in our house. I remember reading the documents when we bought the house. And it said on there that somebody passed away in this house. And yes, you know. And I had just moved in. It was still a bachelor pad. And in my living room was just a fucking big-ass screen TV and a pool table and like random little like lounging couches, whatever around it. So it was a douchebag house. You know, I lived there with two of my friends. And we did what young lovers do. We took a shower together, and you know, we got all romantic.
You and your roommates?
Yeah, crazy, right? And we had candles in the bathroom, bro. You know, candles in the bathroom, and everything was closed, and I would hear it flicker, or see it rather flicker. I was like, what the fuck was here? Because it'll flicker if there's wind, or if the door opened. Nobody was at the house. It was just wifey and me, and the towels, I put them in the fucking bathroom on top of the sink, doblados, you know, fucking boom boom. We just put them there, showered, hanging out, whatever, and I kept seeing the flickering. Now what the fuck is going on? And I open it and whatever. We get out of the shower to get the fucking towels, and the towels are gone. And they're sprawled out on the pool table in the living room. And then she's like, you left them there. I was like, not fucking leave them here.
And why would I sprawl them?
It was weird.
Wow. No one was there?
No, that's our house right now, too. Yeah, that's our house right now.
So you already know somebody died there.
Yeah, because they built the house like in 1940 something. It's the same owners, sold it to us when they were leaving.
Do you know what person it was at all?
I think it was the dad. The guy who built the house is the dude who died in there.
He's like, I'm gonna fuck with you guys right now.
And Crystal,
he keeps telling stories he's not supposed to. There's gonna be another dead guy in the house.
Yeah, wifey like, she was not having. She's like, why'd you do that? Fuck, she hates that I tell this story. But
why?
It was scary.
Why?
Because him and his roommates were showering.
Because it's like,
because it's kinky.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for somebody that I don't really believe in that shit, that kind of shit has happened to me a lot.
Yeah.
And I just choose to close the door.
That's the kind of mischievous things I'm telling you.
But as soon as I start talking about it, I start remembering, oh shit, and then this happened. Oh shit, once upon a time that happened.
Now you know you live in a haunted house.
I always kind of knew. Sometimes it's weird there when it's like.
Do your kids know it's haunted?
They've said some shit in the past.
But they don't know somebody died there.
No.
You're not going to listen
Come on
to this,
in,
right?
kids. Let me tell you about the day we bought our house.
Hey guys, do you want to hear a story? No. As a matter of fact, wifey told me something that one of our kids, the oldest, he has his own room. And he's very independent and, whatever. I think he started seeing some shit. And he got scared. And out of nowhere, he would start going to sleep in our room now.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a whole pedo. And I'd rather not even fucking fuck around and find out. But it's scary. That kind of shit for me is scary.
Yeah, it is pretty scary.
Let's get some happy questions.
All right, before the questions, though, we have a birthday shout out to Mrs. Sarah Stoll.
Yes!
Our favorite
there it
Stoll.
is.
Got it.
Go ahead.
I need my toorooroos in the back, please. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah Stoll. Happy birthday, Yahweh! Here we go.
Another one.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
So
Sarah.
good.
Nice.
Lexi's like, what the fuck are we doing
What did I just step in? You stepped into a morning show, bro.
I started doing mornings when I was young, so I get it.
Did you like them? Did you like doing morning
Oh,
shows?
Our morning
loved
starts
it.
promptly at
Yeah,
noon.
I loved it.
Fuck, we're silly. I love it. Go ahead.
First question from
Barry.
Bobby10 on the Discord. If you guys want to ask us these questions, join us. Be fun. Join the social club, and you could be part of the Discord and ask us these questions too. Bobby10 asks, what are traditions you had growing up, assuming holiday traditions, Halloween traditions, and do you let your kids have full access to all the candy after trick-or-treating?
Candy, no. Those motherfuckers probably still have candy left over from last Halloween. We're really, wifey's hardcore when it comes to like not letting them have a lot of sweets. So as a matter of fact, I start diluting it and eating it myself throughout the year.
Yeah, you just
so
gotta
they don't-
help them.
Yeah. So yeah, fuck, that's it though for candies. No traditions.
No?
I used to give her free reign that night, and then it was like, all right, that's it. We're pulling it away, and then you can have 2 candies a day.
Okay.
That was my rule.
Yeah, we do a whole like pumpkin carving tradition
Aw.
the night before Halloween.
Nice, nice.
So that's
there it is.
kind of the thing.
How about you, Barry? What do white people do for Halloween?
Well, I mean, my mom and dad didn't really care about the candy so much, so my sister would take it, she would hide it, and she would have it until like 3 years later still. Me,
Nice.
I would take it, and I would eat it immediately that night, all of it. With
man.
Pete, I don't know, he's 2, so he's going to get like a lollipop, and I'm just going to like let him have that, and then I'll eat the rest of the candy. But when he gets a little older, I don't know, maybe.
Is
But
Halloween big for the white people, or what's going on? Is
what's for me? I mean,
Yeah.
look at me. Shit, I'm dressed like a dead horse right now.
I know, it's like a holiday.
I'm
for you.
happy about it. Like, I'm
Next
gonna wear this all
question.
day. Next question is from JPZ. And it's kind of a long one, so
I
get
think
ready.
JPZ
Strap in.
got me this. I'm going to take a moment real quick, actually. Somebody sent this to me to the brewery. It's Cowboy Curtis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pee-wee's Playhouse. So I don't know who gave it to me, but whoever it was, thank you. I'm thinking it might have been JPZ or
Oh,
Hexus.
that's cool.
And Cowboy Curtis was like a widely known actor, like other things too.
I don't remember.
I'll tell you next time. Gotta get a cliffhanger, you know? JPZ says, is a costume ever offensive? Dressing up as another race or culture is very wrong, but is any topic off limits? Why am I using my hands? This year, he's just telling me a story. We'll just leave it there.
I think a sexy Indian, when done appropriately, is very okay in my book.
Wait till you see what I'm wearing under here.
I don't know. I'm telling you, we were talking about that earlier. I feel like Halloween gives people like a little bit of a pass, you know, because I've seen some outlandish fucking costumes in my day. And now I'm kind of just looking to see who's going wild. But I mean, racist shit is always bad. Jeffrey Dahmer, I find it hilarious, but he didn't eat any of my relatives. So I don't know. So I mean, I don't know if I put myself in their position, like how bad it would be. But
Yeah.
me vale pito a mí. Do what you want.
No, I think that if you aren't of that culture, you shouldn't dress up as it. That's how I feel about
There
it.
it is. There it is.
I think that's pretty straightforward too.
Yeah.
If you're not that culture, like you probably, you know, it's like that whole my culture isn't a costume, you know. So I definitely don't. I mean, I really appreciate when people do it thoughtfully. I think the delineation for me is when somebody uses it as an opportunity to educate and to continue to share why and what, right? So it's, for example, the argument that should Disney have ever done Coco? Like, are they appropriating that culture, right? And I don't think it's really more so about appropriating, but how many people now know more about Dia de los Muertos because of
Right.
Coco?
Me?
True.
Exactly. And so I think that when somebody does things thoughtfully that way, they do their research, they understand the culture, they understand the reasons for, and they're able to explain it, then that's great. But if you're just going to look like a fucking Katrina just because you think it looks fucking cool, then that's not cool.
Yeah.
Way to take the fun out of Halloween. Next question.
This one comes from Maggie. She actually gave us a few pretty good Halloween questions, so I'll ask them all,
okay.
but we'll go one by one, all right? And this is for everybody. So,
Maggie with 1G.
Maggie Brennan. She says, best or worst Halloween costume.
I knew
you've
she was
ever
going to
had?
ask that. My best costume to date is probably my, what is it called? The evil witch from... Oh my God! Why
Ursula.
can't I think of it? No,
Wizard of
I
Oz?
need to do Ursula.
Yeah.
I'm an evil witch.
Maleficent?
Costume person. Yes, Maleficent.
Maleficent.
I did
All right.
Maleficent, and everybody loved that one.
Nice.
Oh, and worst? Probably today's. I mean, because this isn't a costume. This is just me looking
Your
like.
culture is not a costume.
Wifey
Exactly.
dressed me up as one of the playing cards from Alice in Wonderland. I thought that was
Tights?
pretty cool.
Did you wear tights?
I don't remember.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, that's cool. Worst, everything else. I've been a fucking soccer player. I've been a fucking baseball player, you know? Everything else is worse. But yeah, wifey really did me do it good that day.
I hate to toot my horn, but I've been a lot of really cool things.
Go.
But
Boom.
No, but because it's my day. Like I try
Yes.
to be everything. Like I'm always planning for my next costume, you know. But anyways, my favorite one was probably I was the Bride of Frankenstein, but I copied it after a band shirt. I don't know if you ever heard of the Horror Pops. They're psychobilly
Hell yeah.
band, rockabilly band, and she had a shirt that had her image as a Bride of Frankenstein. So I
did that one?
I did that, and it looked really cool. It looked super.
We're gonna have to see photos of that, please.
Yes,
We're gonna have to send
definitely.
Steve, you don't like
Definitely.
psychobilly?
I'd like the
Necromantics?
No, yes, actually,
Tiger
yeah.
Army?
Tiger Army?
Tiger Army's cool. Who's that
You
other?
gotta check out
band?
Horror Pops. They're good as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They're good. They're right in that wheelhouse of Steve 90s punk stuff.
Oh, man. Laser
Yeah.
Latino.
Laser Latino. Sorry.
Laser Latinos vibe.
I was Steve Scandal for a while too, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're gonna be Laser Latino forever.
I was
We're
trying
gonna
to
need
throw.
shirts.
I was trying to throw the scent off. What about you, man? I mean, does this rank as one of your
I know
worst?
some of you guys
or
are looking at me
best?
probably thinking like, this is the best costumes I've ever worn. But
No.
no, I'm a man of many costumes.
Yes,
My-
you are.
My best and my worst were actually the same night because it was a great idea executed poorly. If you don't know me, that's how I do things.
Okay.
But I was going to do Mall Santa. I was going to have like a whole like snowy escapade in the front yard. I was going to build like a throne, put some fucking like shredded bags out there and like make it look like snow, have people dressed up like elves. And of course, nobody came to help. So I didn't build shit, didn't make shit. It just ended up me in a Santa Claus outfit sitting in the front yard like in a lawn chair giving out candy. But I was like eating the candy as well, so the candy went double quick. When I ran out of candy, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna give these kids? It's like 9 o'clock, they're just starting to come. So I went in the backyard and I was like, what would Santa do? Coal. So I got a bag of charcoal and I filled the fucking candy
Oh my
thing, and it was so dark because again I was hoping for lights and snow, and it was nothing. It was
They're
just
like, can
me
we
and
have fentanyl instead, sir? Jesus
started
Christ.
giving out charcoal briquettes. And I was like, I hope these kids get home and they're like, who the fuck gave me Santa? Like,
What a
it's a
weenie,
story
bro.
for everybody in the neighborhood.
That's a good one. Look
That's
at you.
great.
That
Let me
looks
see.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
That is really good.
I know.
Maleficent. See, I know my
You
shit.
suck,
my-
Barry. Next question.
Next question. This one is, I mean, easy. We've been talking about it for a while, but it's: do you believe in the paranormal or supernatural? Have you experienced any paranormal activity, good or bad, aside from the ghost at 3 Punks? LOL.
Oh, we already
I
talked
want-
about that.
Can we do something down there?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
we? Maybe we can shoot our When Frightening Strikes down there.
whatever.
Ooh, let's do it
You're
today.
gonna, you're gonna do it with Casas. I ain't going back down there. Ever since we moved out of there, like my visits down in that area are fucking rare. I don't
probably
go.
misses you.
No, I don't know. I don't want to fuck around.
Is there
and find
anything
out.
in that little like space anymore?
No,
Like,
not
just-
anymore, bro. That fucking room is weird.
Let me
Like,
practice there.
You guys should shoot, like you said, do an episode down there.
my
But there's like
gosh.
fucking weird things in that room. So there's like a door that's been etched out into the like the cinder blocks, and then just kind of been stuccoed or put over.
Beetlejuice style?
And, yes,
What if there's,
Maybe
like,
there's a
what if
tunnel.
there's dead bodies
and
back there?
maybe. And then there's like stairs
The room's
that
a lot
kind of
bigger.
lead down, but they've been blocked. So it's like
It's a
stairs.
tunnel.
Yeah, it looks like it's a tunnel of some sort. And the door that was there it leads to nowhere because nobody has a basement aside from us and another store down the block. So it's like I've always like I want to see down there, but now I really don't want to see what the fuck is down there.
I'll go.
But if you all want to do it, by all means,
Yeah.
do your podcast there, get Gazas there. Fuck, you guys should spend the night there and see what happens.
All the beer you can drink. Let's do it.
We should do it at 3 a.m. 3 a.m.
What's
That's
the
the witching
significance
hour.
of
That's the witching hour.
But what does
So
that
that's
mean?
when they say like the ghosts are able to like visit and.
If you ever
barrier
wake
is
up
the
at 3 in the
thinnest.
morning,
Every fucking
I
day.
somebody
hate
woke you
it.
up.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That guy ran his fingers on her wall at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, shit, it's 2:53. I better go pee real quick, and then I run back to my room. I'm like scared.
Really? Fuck. Oh, look at the chef. Look at the chef, bro. That's awesome.
I gotta send him mine.
It's so funny. Look at that.
Fuck, you guys are scaring me.
Why?
Oh my
That, because of that right there.
Good.
Look at the twins from the fucking. Was
I don't want to invite any
Come
of
play
this
with our
shit
Shamps.
into like my life, but I feel like it's there. Like, what about numbers? Like special numbers?
Oh yeah,
69,
it's
bro.
weird.
Yeah. Like,
I think there's things numbers do mean something. I don't know, but I do see certain numbers a lot.
Like some Kenya, you know, she works at the Algo. She was reading my cards. She was doing my tarot cards, and I'm like, whatever. And, you know, I'll bite. I'll in.
Yeah.
And I have my numbers. They're 3 numbers, and then the wifey knows all about them because now she sees them everywhere. Like it's always there. And Kenya like was pulling my cards out, and she's like, "Do these numbers mean anything to you?" And she told me, and I was like, "They were my numbers." Yeah, so isn't that
wow.
crazy? Yeah, and like each card represented like something different. And she's like, oh, and Kenya always tells me the good. Oh yeah, this is going good. That is going good. This is awesome. I'm like, oh, I don't
Meanwhile,
believe.
she's texting Crystal on
Yeah.
the table, like, what are his numbers? What's he afraid of?
Fuck. Do you do readings or stuff like that? What are your
I read
special
my-
powers?
Well, I do read my tarot cards. I do my tarot cards for sure.
Yeah?
But I don't really read other people's. I just do my own.
How often do you do it? Like every day? Like you wake up, like, what's my day gonna be like? Or,
You
like,
know,
how's
I
that
don't
work?
do it every day, but sometimes I'm like, I'm feeling some weird something, and I'm like, let me just see what the cards are telling me today. But I only pull one. Yeah.
That's you could, like Russian roulette, but of your tarot cards, like boom.
Do you mind telling us the scariest card you've ever pulled? Like on a random day, you're like, it's gonna be a normal day. You're like,
no, I
fire!
don't really pull scary cards. Like each card just means like something. Doesn't mean anything scary.
No?
No.
A ver, chef.
And it depends on
Why am I
how
so
you
terrified
interpret it
then?
too.
Yeah.
Like if it's upside down, if it's straight,
yeah.
like
Exactly.
all of those things matter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, tarot's a whole nother thing.
You about that life?
I get tarot card readings every now and then, but I usually only get them done like once a year. And I have a spiritual advisor that I go to that I really, really trust and go
Kenya's my spiritual advisor for sure.
I should bring her in for a wax
to.
pack.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
be
but
like, I got some cards for
she'll
you
do like
boys.
she'll do like an annual reading, and she'll like tell me like this month's going to be really good. This month you shouldn't sign any contracts. This month,
Oh,
blah,
in
blah, blah.
serio, like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
detail
yeah.
oriented.
Yeah, but she's really, really good. Like to the level of like something really crazy is going to happen with your daughter here, so you need to be really patient. And then and then something like I'll forget about it, and then something will be going out of whack, and then I'll like go back to like my recording or my notes, and then I'll be like, oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, then just need to be patient.
Oh man.
Chef Letty does Bruja de la Cocina. She does really good readings too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me I had 2 towers beside me. Then I said, you got to get over them. And I was like, oh shit. Scary shit.
Did it mean something to you?
A little bit.
Oh wow.
But it's crazy. What is something I shouldn't do? Like, I don't want to open the door to something unnecessary.
That Ouija board under your
The
bed.
Ouija board.
I don't have one anymore. Yeah, we don't fuck with that no more.
I don't like to do I try not to do like EVPs. I do sometimes when I'm out doing a ghost tour because I do ghost tours too. But like,
Fucking shit.
How do we join these?
How do we get on board for
No,
that?
thank you. I have them everywhere.
I do it
Chef is a ghost tour.
when I'm doing them, but I don't try to do it like anywhere I am. Like at my house.
What is an EVP?
EVP is like a recording when you catch a ghost.
Really?
Like you bring
Yeah.
a recording thing, you go,
It's
like,
a-
are you
It's like
there? And
that
they go,
show that my dad watches, like Extra Normal.
Oh, remember that show? I remember that
Yeah.
show.
That show's still on. What are you talking about?
Okay, then there was another one.
But yeah, it's been on
Ghost
forever,
Hunters?
like 20
No,
years.
it was
All those dudes
there's
spend the
another
night.
one then.
It's all Extra Normal.
Lo paranormal.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. I don't know.
Maury.
Next question.
Okay, this is the last one. And it's a good one. This is the one I want to end on because it's uplifting after all this shit we've just talked. Best and worst Halloween candy.
Chef,
Thank you,
give it to
Maggie.
us straight, Chef. Give it to us straight.
My best, always, always, always will be the little pumpkin Reese's peanut butter cups.
Hell yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, the
get
chocolate
more.
is thinner. Yes, so you get
Yes.
more peanut butter. My mouth just squeaked. Sorry.
You know, like side of it.
This is so fucking
Which is
good.
water just came out of your mouth.
Hey. And then worst. God, that's hard. I really like candy. Damn, I don't know. That's a hard one for me.
You like the candy corn pumpkins?
I know what I don't like. I don't like Chica Sticks. They get stuck in my teeth.
Chica sticks.
If you don't know what a Chica Stick is, we are not friends.
Yeah, Chico sticks are old school. Get it, girl. Oh.
If it's not chocolate, I just toss it out. That's fine.
Chica Sticks is like a hard candy, but
Yeah.
it's breakable and it tastes like what is it? Like
Sometimes I rhyme slow.
peanuts and
Sometimes I rhyme quick. I'm sweeter and harder than a Chico stick. No, remember that one? Yeah,
okay.
Casas knows because
References.
he's old school like me.
my God, I have to-
Reese's Pieces and fuck everything else. In all honesty, I don't like anything else. Yeah, for me it's Reese's Pieces and that's it. You know,
You
fucking
can buy 5 pounds of it.
Yeah,
I just
need it.
realized it is Chico Stick. I always called it Chica Stick.
I'm here to educate and empower. I'm here to educate.
My
and
whole
empower.
life, guys. ESL.
¿Qué onda? How about yourself?
Same. I like the Reese's, and then the worst would probably be like Milk Duds and what? I
mean, it has
also, what's the silver one? The silver wrapping chocolate.
Three Musketeers?
Yours?
No, there's
Kisses.
another
A
one.
peppermint patty?
No. It's like a bar like that, but it's not Three Musketeers.
Milky Way.
Milky Way. I don't like Milky Way.
I don't like any of that shit.
Milky
No.
Way, Snickers, and Three Musketeers are the same thing, just on different levels.
I love
You got your Three
Snickers.
Musketeers, that's
No,
entry level.
your
Then you got
Snickers are bomb.
Milky Way, that's the mid tier, and then you got Snickers. That's that good.
Fucking
Yeah, I
white
remember
people.
when I was
I
a
don't
little
like
girl,
Milky Way.
me and my brother would eat the top part of the Three Musketeers, like
And leave the nougat?
Yes, so you can eat the nougat.
What's that one white taffy candy? Zagnut or what is that?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love
Laffy
that
Taffy.
one.
Nah, I would fuck with my teeth up.
The one that looks like a taxi cab.
And the one that
Yes.
looks like it says Zizix.
Yeah, esa madre. They're all
What is
horrible.
that one
They're all
called?
horrible. Candy corn, fuck you too.
Nougat,
Oh,
Z.
best place to trick or treat in San Diego, Kensington. Have you ever gone?
No.
Oh,
Best
yes.
place. It's so magical. Like everybody decorates their homes. They have
Motherfucker said magical. I love it.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. Like
Yeah?
it's like
You are about
straight
this
up
Kensington is
fucking
like one of the
holiday,
last
huh?
communities.
I don't even have kids, and I'm all, hey, you want to know where to trick or treat?
This is your world. Halloween.
Yeah.
The big hunk.
It's Halloween every day, like the ministry song.
Wow, look at her.
So that was my Bride of Frankenstein, and then that was I was the Corpse Bride.
Did I
So
tell you I was a soccer
cool.
player once?
I did my own
Beautiful.
makeup.
So beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
won't be able to sleep on the sheet anymore.
The big hunk.
Hunk?
The big hunk.
Big
That
hunk.
one?
Yeah, that's that one.
That
Stay away
shit's
from
so
the big
good.
hunk.
They're nasty.
Then you put them in the freezer and they get hard and you
And you rip
then
out
they
all your
melt.
fillings?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Dentists
Oh, my
probably made that
God.
candy. They're like, don't eat this shit. Here, have one.
Hey guys, I think that's it. Where can we check out your podcast?
Oh, When Frightening Strikes is available on most platforms, Spotify for sure, Google, Apple Podcasts, also Amazon Music.
When can we hear
YouTube.
you on the radio?
Radio, you can hear me on Z90 every weekend. I'm on Saturday 2 to 7, Sundays 3 to 8.
Get it, girl.
And
What
where
a-
can we find you on the socials?
So Instagram, the Sexy Lexy.
Damn it!
And that's Lexy?
Yeah, Lexy.
I love your
Awesome.
set.
Oh yeah, look at that shit. You guys are
We need a
professional.
skeleton, bro.
You guys are fucking
Oh yeah,
pros.
that's my co-host Aubrey.
Hey, guys,
Hi,
you do
Aubrey.
their show too, right? How the fuck do you make ours look like that? Come on, guy.
I
Well,
decorated
gee.
it. We
It's the
decorate it
talent, dude.
every
They put on
time.
makeup
Yeah?
and stuff. Look at us.
Yeah.
That looks, damn, you look high as fuck.
Especially that guy in the middle. He's like,
I've probably been
stone
drinking
dead.
a bunch of wine at that point.
All right, BJ Gisbera, Chef Gladys Sandoval, and Eric the God Casas. Thank
Steve
you for
Shamps.
listening. Thank you for listening to the
Happy
award-winning,
Yes, happy Halloween.
defending champions,
Times
Emo
another.
Brown.